Good evening, Tarun. Tarun, for you, good evening too. Syed, Tehseen, Kirti, Vivek, Akshita. So, good evening to all of you. We'll officially start the class soon. Before that, as a part of our normal conversation, how are you all? And any doubts or queries from the previous sessions before we begin today's journey? Good evening, Vaninder, Simran, Hema, Chandrasekhar. Okay. ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರೇ, ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಐ ಡಿನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊನೆ ದಿವಸ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಸೊ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್. Yes, friends, any doubts, issues, or concerns from the previous sessions? Vivek, whether that is ethical or not, it depends on the person. So, continuing with yesterday's topic, Vivek wants to know whether masturbation is ethical or not. So, scientifically, it is considered to be a healthy habit actually. So, but every individual has to take their decision, and it also depends upon what age actually, what is the frequency, addiction, what is the impact on individual. So that every individual has to decide on own actually. There is no one universal answer to all the people, but generally it is considered to be healthy sexual habit. So Kirti has watched Prashant Nair's TED Talk actually, and she is inspired from his true example of compassion. That's very good to know. So yes, so as a part of our homework or the video related homework, you are expected to watch a TED Talk of the Prashant Nair. And there were other videos related to TN session and Salu Marada Timmakka. Did you search videos related to these people? What did you learn from these TED Talks and the videos related to TN session and Salu Marada Timmakka? So how to send this answer, Chandrasekhar? Like our team will answer actually. I'm not sure about it. What is the method of sending that answer to our team? So they will update you. Um, so Vedashri has learned about from those videos about compassion, love for the nature and environment. Okay, that's good. If one wants to help, we can use our assets without excuses. So what does it mean, Kirti? So recently I saw the syllabus of sociology. There were so many thinkers and society involved. So what was the difference between them, both of them? So please rewrite your question, Avanish. So what exactly you want to know? So do we have thinkers for sociology? Yes, there are many thinkers who talks about social issues. They study the marriage and other issues that is there in the society, the concept of community, conflicts, everything. And they're all important from the society or the sociological perspective. Here we study some thinkers and philosophers from the perspective of what is right and wrong. So much to learn from them, sir. I just learned how they just focused in their passion and the compassion. Even so much of difficulties they suffer, they do not go unethical. I watched all. It's impressive and also motivation for me. That's good. See, every subject, whether sociology, ethics, polity, everything gives us a knowledge. We just different branches. Well, ethics specifically focus on what understanding what is right and wrong. Sociology study about the society in general. They study how the group of people can unite together, why the conflicts can come, what are the different institutions which are there, why they have come to existence, what is again, as I told you, marriage, divorce, caste, region, religion. So it is a study of all that from the sociology. And there are people who have observed many things about these concepts that we study in the sociology. Well, as we said, specifically ethics, it is about concept of right and wrong. What is right and wrong? In generally, there are philosophies. Every philosopher usually asks these questions and try to find the answers. What is life? What is the purpose of life? Why we have born here? Do we have any goal for our life? What is our connection with other people? What is our connection with environment? Is there is anything like before birth, after birth actually? And do animals also have a purpose to live? So they ask so many questions. That is about knowledge. They have a curiosity and come up with many questions. So if we desire the positive changes, we must change ourselves. That's what you have learned from these examples. So that's good, Sayed. So that's good, Chandrasekhar. So you learned about these programs of Operation Sulaimani from the Prashant Nair and Simha Swapna for the politicians, actually TN session. We can help others without money also by just volunteering and giving the time. See, if you want to help others, there are many ways, to, of course, definitely help. One is the most common way that people know is actually, of course, by giving the money. You can help them by sharing the knowledge you have. You can help the people by giving your time. You can help by giving the other resources that you have. Other than money, you have some other resources that you have. So there are many ways, but it depends on, you need to, like, you have time, but you should give it to the time who are in need of your time. You should give the knowledge to those people who are ready to listen to your knowledge. So everybody is not ready to receive the knowledge. Everybody don't want your time. Everybody don't want your money. Everybody don't want your resources also. So there are we need to identify what they want and what do we have, and so that we can help them. So who am I? So it's a philosophical question, but the people may ask after they have the Gajini effect. Okay. Armstrong may also help in education of girls. He didn't give them the money. Okay. Shiva, I think it's audible to many others. Please check your internet connection. So, any other doubts? If no doubts, we'll begin our journey. So, one more minute. Usually, we'll take the first 10 minutes for a discussion. So, under doubts, there is one doubt. Okay. So, no doubt. So, no doubt is a doubt. Okay. So, yes, we'll start our journey. So, hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to you all for the class of Ethics, Integrity, and Aptitude. We have started our journey with civil service values, and as a part of our discussion in the previous classes, we learned integrity, we learned about dedication, and as a related concept, we understood commitment, and we also discussed about the work culture. We understood impartiality, non partisanship, and objectivity. We also understood sympathy, empathy, and the compassion. Let's we go ahead and try to know more about it. So integrity, dedication, work culture, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, sympathy, empathy, compassion. Now one more important concepts that we are discussing today, that is tolerance. Okay, Karthik. So tolerance. So can you recall some few things, some things that you know about tolerance that we have discussed in our previous sessions, the first, second sessions? Just recall, even if you are not typing, that's fine. Just a quick recap of everything that you know about the word tolerance. Recall. Sayed says accepting the differences of opinion, not necessarily Sayed. Sarita, tolerance is not acceptance. There is a slight difference. As Vedastri says, it is about respecting. Respecting and accepting both are different. I'll give that explanation. Ability to coexist with the different opinions. Correct, Vaishnav. To agree in all condition. No, Taran. You no need to agree in all condition. That's not tolerance. It's a big thing compared to others. Tolerance. So why do we again for create a fight between them actually, which is big? All are equally important depending upon the situation. Chandrasekhar. Yes, friends. Let's we start our journey of the tolerance. Not accepting, not fighting. Respect others' opinion. Barring something that you don't like. It is being patient. To resist against odd voices. Respecting the differences. Respect the difference opinion. Okay, super. Now let's we try to understand more about this concept known as the tolerance. So the word tolerance, one of the simplest definition to start is respecting the differences of opinions. Now, there is a difference between respecting and accepting. We'll start with some example that we have discussed in our previous class. Suppose I believe in God and this person is another person who says that there is no God, sir, actually. So it is all the human beings have created to create a fear among the people. We have created this God, heaven, hell, and all because there is nothing, because I have never seen this God, heaven, hell, actually. That is why there is no God. This person said there is a god, man. Just because you cannot see it, that doesn't mean that there is no god. You may not even see the air, you may just feel. You may not see microorganism, that doesn't mean that there is no microorganism. So our these concepts are much beyond our understanding. God has, there is a god, and God also has some structure like Rama, Krishna, and other people that we know. I know there sometimes there are people who come as the messengers of the god. So there are different interpretation, but God is there and God also has a structure. Now another person will come. So there may be a God, but there is not necessary that God has structure and human like forms and all. It is just some control actually, which is it is, we can call it a supernatural power that is controlling and guiding all the other species. It will not have any structure like Rama, Krishna, and everything. Again this person say there is a god. God has actually akara, he has come to our earth actually, I was lived also, then went back and everything. There is a heaven, hell, and everything is there, and we need to get blessings from the god actually. In order to get blessings, we have to keep visiting these different places like Madurai Meenakshi, Dharmasthala Manjunatha, Ayodhya Sri Rama, Kashi Vishwanatha. So Triveni Sangama, we need to take the holy dip actually. So Manas Sarovar we should visit, and we should be keep taking the blessings and doing the puja, homa, rata, havana, festivals, everything, and then we will get actually so-called salvation or mukti. So the other person has his opinion. Once again, there may be a God. God also might have a structure. Actually, everything is fine. But it is not necessary to do all these dramas actually. So as long as whatever we are doing is appropriate, if we are not harming others, and if we are doing our duty properly, if we are not cheating others, manipulating others, then also God will help us in achieving the salvation mukti. Our good things will happen to us. Now you see that these four people are here. They are having, they all have the differences opinion. A, B, C, D we'll consider. They all have a differences opinion. Now I say there is no God, other person say that there is God. It doesn't mean that I'm accepting that person. I'm respecting that. How I have a right to believe in the God, other person has a right not to believe in the God. His language is different, my language is different. Her religion is different, my religion is different. His caste is different, my caste is different. Our lifestyles are different, but still we can coexist together. The tolerance is not different from the word toleration. So in toleration means, suppose, in this case, I get irritated to see the people belong to the different religion, but our country consider as a secular. I have no other option. I am staying with them. I get adjust with them. That is not tolerance. That's you are just tolerating them, adjusting with them. You don't like them, but you are adjusting. That is called toleration. That toleration is different from this word tolerance. So we are not tolerating anybody. We are equally considering how I have a right to continue my lifestyle. Other person has equal right to follow his or her lifestyle. And we can still coexist together with a peace and harmony. That beautiful concept is known as tolerance. It is about respecting the differences of opinion. It is about respecting the diversity of our country. It is about respecting the people who follow the different lifestyle. Sorry. It is about respecting the people who have a different lifestyle from us. In generally, the more and more we get education, our tolerance also should increase. In generally, the more and more we get education, our tolerance also increases, because the more and more we learn, we understand how little we know about the world and the society. When we know little, I consider, oh, I read from this holy book and this is great and only this is the truth. I want everybody to impose, actually, everybody to follow this. This is less immaturity, or this is called immaturity. But when we know that, okay, whatever I consider as a truth, it is limited. I might change tomorrow. Whatever I consider as a truth, it may be truth only to me. The other person also may have a truth. Let me be open-minded to understand them. So the more and more we learn, we will know that how limited knowledge that we have. We will realize that how limited knowledge that we are having. And we don't want to impose, because when I know that, I know whatever I know is very little, and whatever I consider as a truth only to me, and the truth may be temporary, the very truth may change tomorrow. So why do I impose? Suppose now I express some opinion about what is God and other things. Some of you may have a disagree, and among the people who disagree, there can be my future me also. Like suppose now Srinivas at 30 is expressing some opinion, and some of you may not agree with my different opinions. Suppose if I express, among the people who may not agree, is 35-year-old Srinivas also may be there. So that means I know that whatever I consider as a truth, it may not be a truth only for me only in the future. Then why do we impose other people? So tolerance means not imposing our values. Tolerance means not imposing our values on others. Suppose I consider Bhagavad Gita is great, Quran is great, Bible is great, any one such book is great, I can read. I can also preach others, whoever is willing to listen, and in the context, appropriate context, I can preach them. These are the things I learned from Bhagavad Gita, and today it is relevant for this reason. We need to, actually, I felt that it is very good that it is relevant in the 21st century. I can tell that there is no problem with that. But the person who is listening should have an option whether to follow it or not. That is a tolerance. We are not forcing on anybody. You are free to read any book, and anything that matches with your common sense and logic, we need to follow. But all of us, whether we agree or not, anyhow, we should follow the law of the land as a citizen. Something which is not mentioned in the law of the land with other concepts, actually, we all have the right to be the way we are. So I have a lifestyle, another person has a lifestyle, knowing that it is very natural to be different, knowing that it's okay to be different, knowing that it's actually important to be different. If everybody thinks the same way, then I'm thinking there is no new inventions and discoveries are possible. We are able to progress thanks that people have come up with the different thoughts. So this is tolerance. In generally, there is no doubt, actually, we need to have the tolerance. But there are some situations where it is not necessary to respect the differences of opinion. There are some situations we can also disrespect. disrespect some opinions. Normally we say that we should have a respect for the differences of opinion, but actually there are some situation we can disrespect some opinions also. As you can thinking, and I hope you are thinking, and with some of the cases where you can disagree or disrespect, so keep thinking, think. Hey, when do we have to disrespect some opinion? Okay, as exactly as many of you thought, if anybody has some thought or action, is has some thought or performing some action which is against the life and dignity, then we should disrespect it. No need to respect that. So for example, practice of untouchability, somebody may say it is part of our culture and we will follow. No need to respect it. Somebody may say child marriage is part of our culture. So in the 21st century, it is considered that the practice of child marriage is not appropriate, and that is why you no need to respect this. Sometimes the human sacrifices can happen. So some superstitious beliefs which may be dangerous to the common people actually. All of these practices, it is not necessary that you respect them, which they consider it's part of our culture, it is part of our opinion, or I'll become a terrorist actually, and terrorism and attack on the other people. Are we involved in the child trafficking, women trafficking? So those people who consider that women should be in our control, the true higher levels of patriarchy, so the where male is so with respect to patriarchy, there is two versions of patriarchy. Patriarchy, the patri, the father, literal meaning. Archy means rule. It's a rule of father, the literal meaning of patriarchy. So, in simple, it's a male dominated society. There are two kinds of patriarchy. One is actually protective patriarchy. For example, in this protective patriarchy, I consider that, for example, as a father, it is my responsibility to take care of my daughter. I need to give a best possible life, and sometimes she cannot understand what is right and wrong, but it is my responsibility to make sure that her life is very good. So, as a father, I need to protect my daughter. As a brother, I need to protect my sister. As a husband, I have to take care of my wife and everything. It is my responsibility. That is one version of protective patriarchy. Another is called toxic patriarchy or the dominant patriarchy, where I consider I am a husband, I am superior, and you have to listen to me and follow my orders, no matter whatever I say. And that is true because I am husband. I am father, you should listen to me. You are my daughter, I have given birth to you. It is your duty to follow my orders. Even if I show donkey, you should marry that person actually, or marry that animal. Don't ask further question. So that becomes some, there is one sometimes thin layer between this protective and the toxic patriarchy. In some cases, in the process of protection only, they will become dominant also. Generally, we need to care, share each other, care each other, everything is fine. And definitely caring with the consent of the other person is definitely appropriate, it is required actually, but domination is definitely wrong. So these are the situation where we can have a disrespect to the some of the opinions. Sir, please repeat the red one. Connection lost. Okay, I will explain. Someone who believes in domestic violence, yes, we should not. Sir, what if even our parent becomes intolerant to us? They can become. It's all about how do you deal with that. Now, yeah, that is lead to the next question. Now, suppose I have a differences opinion with other people. So, what should I do? So, suppose I don't like child marriage. Of course, it is not correct, and somebody is doing. It is not that we go and attack on the parents who are doing the child marriage or domestic violence, husband is beating the wife, I'll go and beat the husband. So it is, this is wrong, you are not respecting that. But how do you deal when these unethical things are happening is also important and depend on the context. Nobody should take the law into hand. So nobody should, there is a law, legal system, there are protectors. We need to believe in the legal systems and solve these problems or deal with this according to the situation. For example, Okay, so those who lost connection, so what we are telling in generally, we have to respect the differences of opinion, but there are some situation it is okay to disrespect some opinion. If any thought or an action of the people, if it is against the life and dignity, for example, untouchability, just because you born in some caste, you are not allowed to enter into certain public places. It affects the dignity of the person, so which can disrespect it. Child marriage, when the woman actually married at the age of 14, 15, 16, she will remain as uneducated or semi-educated, unskilled or semi-skilled, and she may not be able to participate in economic activities much in a greater way. It decreases her decision-making power with respect to her life. So, and early marriage may lead to early fertility. It might turn into a maternal mortality rate and infant mortality rate. With so many things in the mind, it affects the life of that woman. That is why it is considered to be the wrong. So then we can disrespect it. But how do we disrespect our deal? It depends on the situation. Now, please note down one name that after the class you can check actually. Or if you have another device, just go to YouTube and type this Kidu Paka. Kidu Paka. Or you can also watch it later. There is small video that is available about Kidu Paka, which is in the BBC Telugu YouTube channel. If you just go to, it is in Telugu, so you no need to worry about it. Just to watch some images, videos, you may consider watching that. What is this Kidu Paka? So, in we have Andhra Pradesh, you know Andhra Pradesh. In that there is one district called East Godavari. In this district of East Godavari, some tribal communities have this practice. They have this practice, and they are following it even today. What is this? Like this is a village. Okay, consider this is a village. The many tribal people are living here. Here they consider that women, when they are in the menstrual period, are apashakun, are impure. We should not even look at the woman when she is in the menstrual period. If we see her actually when she is experiencing her period, and we will get a sin, there are some difficulties comes to the male members or other members in that. So during the 3 to 5 days of menstrual period, and after that around 2 months after the delivery, she, she should not be seen by anybody, or nobody should see her, because if we see, some papa will come to us. That is the belief they are having. They consider that. So that is why what they have done outside these villages, some huts are made. And this hut is known as Kidupaka. These huts actually, which are made outside these villages, are known as Kidupaka. Now, what it is that during those 3 to 5 days in the menstrual period, an average like almost every month, and after the delivery, the 2 months, they are supposed to stay in these huts. Like these, some other huts are there, they have made, and they are expected to stay here. So, do we have to respect this opinion? No, definitely not actually respect this opinion. We should have a disrespect. In the 21st century, you are considering that woman as impure just because she experiences menstrual period. It is wrong. But how do we express it? So the local representatives, the local authorities went to these people, and when they spoke to some of the women, actually, they said that actually right and wrong is a different scene actually. But the problem is actually we are living outside the village, and this you can see huts are there. There is no proper road actually. We can lock it properly and sleep, and there's always be a fear that somebody may come and attack on us. Sometimes the scorpion and snakes will be entering actually here, and that is a fear. Sometimes when there is a heavy rainfall and water drops will be there actually, that also disturbs our sleep. So they say that these are the problems that we are facing. Now what local authorities have done, they have constructed some good buildings. So constructed buildings actually. So and then they told that you come and stay here. So no need to actually stay in the huts actually. So this is an hut, and you come and stay in the buildings. Many people are happy with this practice, this decision that government has only constructed a building, no need to worry of safety. It is a full safe place. Safe place is created. No need to worry about the snakes or scorpion. They will not, the snakes, scorpion, they will not come. No thief or robber will come. And even if there is a rainfall, actually, no problem. But some women associations were not happy with this Kidu Park. They want this to be demolished, because by doing this, what you are doing, you are almost accepting that they are impure. You are accepting their culture. So some differences opinion is created. Now tell me, if you are an observer of this as a civil service aspirant, how do you look at this incident? Is the decision taken by the local authorities are right, or it is wrong? I'll answer with this. Monica says, sir, this decision of government is wrong and stupid, sir. Samiksha says, sir, it is maybe or may not be. I don't take a call, sir. Arvankaru says, sir, it is totally wrong, sir. Everybody should be treated equally. I can't tolerate this behavior, actually, even. So Arvankaru says. Kumkum says, sir, I'm late. What topic we are studying? We are studying a topic called tolerance, a beautiful concept you missed. So don't worry, but try to go through the recordings after the class. Tehsin says it is totally wrong and right for them, but the wrong in law. It is certainly wrong as it is promotes the stereotypes, inequality. I don't feel it actually. It will cause any problem if women stay at their own home during the menses. Actually, you know Vedashree, but the elders of that village, they don't want to listen to your words. No, that is the problem, Vedashree. Cultural rights are inferior to public morality, but the numbers are required for it to be in the public. Okay, good. Now listen to me. So many of you say that it is a wrong nonsense, that this and everything, but listen to me, okay? Listen to me. First thing, some of you also have the differences opinion. There are some cultures which are coming from hundreds and thousands of years. We cannot find a solution within, in one day or something. Now, normally there are these village elders will be there. No, they consider them as impure and they want these people to stay in the huts. That is wrong. Now if you want to take complaint, even action against them, if these women who are staying in the hut, if they complain that these people are forcing us actually, then we may take an action. But do you think that those women actually who are part of this culture, they say that my father should be arrested, my husband should be arrested, or my brother should be arrested for this? No, it is again depending upon the context. Here, as a temporary measure, it is correct. In fact, many women also, when they spoke, when you watch video it is in Telugu actually. I'll just try and translate. So some women also said that in fact there is some benefit of this also. Usually, even in generally also, some in some places, even today also it is practiced. When woman is experiencing her period, she was not supposed to go to kitchen, not supposed to go to the puja room actually, all those things actually. So it within the same home, sometimes there'll be separate rooms will be there, separate home adjacent to that main home will be there, or somehow they have to stay. In the olden times it is created, actually it is a part to give her a rest. So in a month, actually around 25 days, she is working every day from morning to evening, taking care of kitchen work, puja related works, taking care of animal husbandry, agriculture, inside outside work, so many works. And during those 3 to 5 days, she is experiencing so many physical problems, psychological problems, and it makes her life very difficult if she is doing everything. And especially in the earlier days where not much hygienic practices are available, not much aware of the science behind that, actually so many things are happening inside and she doesn't know how to respond to this. So that is why they thought of giving her a rest for 3 to 5 days. You are supposed to sit, you can read, you can spend some time in the self introspection, do something that you like to do. And she is serving for all those people in the 25 days. At least the 5 days the other members will help her, actually take care of her. That way correct. But normally, sir, why do we call them as impure or something? Is it actually right? Actually, you say no, it is not right. But what happens? Suppose imagine you are a mother or a father and you have a 2-year-old kid. You want that kid to eat the food, Baby, it is very good, it is very nutritious food, actually you should eat. Now normally if we say it is nutrition, it has vitamins, minerals, vitamin A is there, vitamin C is there, and all everything, do you think that the child will understand and eat? They may say actually, no, I don't want actually, or I want pizza only. Then we say, see, if you don't eat actually, some buchodu is there, somebody walking, no, that uncle will come and take away. So we are telling a lie, but our intention behind the lie is different. If we tell it generally to a woman that you have to take rest, some women say, no, no problem, what difficulty, I do this. So that is why they might have told it in another way. Now, definitely sending these people outside is actually village is wrong. And those practices which are coming is actually we cannot solve it in one day. So as a temporary measure, they are the safe places. Now, what they are doing actually, it will be slowly and gradually also converted into a learning center, where actually they were anyhow they stay for 3 to 5 days, and 2 months after the delivery, so where they will be given many education about what are the government schemes are available, what are the rules and regulation, the laws, fundamental rights that they're eligible to, everything. And if they're interested, some skills are also being taught to them, like maybe embroidery, other economic activities that they are comfortable in doing that. So after that it will be an empowerment center, and these women who are empowered actually, they will go and talk to their elders and they will solve the problem. So that change should come within the tribal group rather than outsiders are imposing it. So remember that. So you may have disrespect this actually, but how are you dealing with this also important. So after the class, consider watching this to Kidupaka. So as is it a correct? Can this can be a case study or a 10 marks question? So yes, as a temporary measure, it is correct. So even suppose if we can we arrest all the elders? No. Can we give awareness in one day they will change? No. Or whether women are interested to change, men are interested to change, we don't know. So it takes some time. So open defecation should be stopped. That doesn't mean that actually we will put CCTV cameras wherever the open defecation is happening. We'll arrest them and send them to jail. If that is so easy, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan started in 2014, and before that also there was total sanitation campaign. Even today, people go for open defecation. Okay, so think about it. So so Vedashri says, sir, if we take law in the hand to defend ourselves, then it is okay. If what if somebody is coming to kill us with a knife? See, even according to law only, sir, for a self-protection. Suppose as a man, if I kill some person because that person is trying to attack and there is no other option for me to survive other than attacking or killing on that person, that is okay. If a person is trying to have sexual harassment against this woman, suppose this as a woman, now I need to try every other opportunities to escape from this situation to protect myself and my dignity. If no other option, in that situation only I attacked or cause severe injury or something, then it is an act which is done in the self defense. So there is a protection available within the law only. So you are not taking the law into your hand. Sir, these are all practices shows that the thought processes of the people earlier. So how are the thought actually create the energy to change the society? We can change, that is again slowly and gradually, under topic called attitude we'll discuss, Hema. Sir, what do you feel about, menstrual leave indicates that the women are handicapped, so they need to be menstrual leave. So once again, another menstrual leave, whether it should be given to the women or not, actually it is subjective. There are both pros and cons are there. Some women actually, and it will have a different experiences to the different women. So menstrual periods are not difficult for every woman. It is not easy for every woman, and in some months it may be difficult, some month it may be easy. So while some people say that actually we should give her a leave, but some other people consider that it decreases her employment opportunities also. As a private company, if I hire a male, I no need to give this leave, but if I hire a female, we should be given a leave. So what I feel that we should give a choice for a woman. If woman wants a leave, yes, it should be approved actually. And if woman is comfortable to work, they should be allowed to work actually. So I personally feel that she should have an option to choose actually whether she wants to take the leave or not. But forcing her to work during her periods also is difficult. Every woman is different. But normally, you might have observed actually, some women are very comfortable actually during the periods, and it is just normal. While many women, especially in the first day, they face a lot of problems. So it is woman to woman, it is different, and some reason actually, no. So that option or the choice should be given to women. So calling this actually right or wrong is subjective. Okay. Hope you understood this, Vedashri. In today's time also, women are not allowed to worship during the menstrual period. Once again, this may be the possible logic, but it is up to her actually. If she feels comfortable, of course she can do the puja. Decision taken is wrong, support the local ideology, but we should use actually long term measures. Okay, hope you understood. Now do you have any of you have a differences opinion with whatever we explained? Yes, all of this actually should be made voluntary, or a choice should be given rather than making compulsory. The decision of local authorities to construct the building is right in the short term, but in the long term we should bring awareness of the population of village and then eliminate it. Yes, Jansi Rani, you are right. What measures can we adopt? That is what here in this Aditya, the case is same. We are establishing the safe place. Will give education to her and let the women decide whether they want to stay in the hut or in the building or inside their home actually. So the empowerment should come within. Our job is as a government authorities to empower them, to educate them, and let them decide how they want to live. If they feel that we want to live actually within the home, but we are not, somebody is forcing her to stay outside, if they're ready to file a complaint, then we will take action. There are many other steps to be taken, and that is in fact our next topic that will be starting from undesirable attitude which are prevalent in the society. So we'll get more clarity. Now, as a part of tolerance, we discuss this. What did we study before Kidu Paka today? We understood what is tolerance, Ritika. Okay. Hope you are clear. So please make this as a homework. If you type in Google, you will get it. In YouTube also you'll get it. In Google, some content you may get it. And in BBC, you will get video. And this is one example. Many such examples are happening. So now what is tolerance? What is there in our material, we will see. And if you have any doubt, we'll check it later. Once you understand what is tolerance, you read any book, any material, it will become easy. Understanding it is very important. So, what is tolerance? It is a positive and cordial effort to understand other beliefs, practices, and habits, not necessarily accepting them. We'll try in a positive way and try to understand through our heart why these people follow this practice. Is there is any advantages to this actually? So we should, the moment we see they are in a hurt, we should not consider what a evil society, cruel society. Talk to them. In fact, many women said that we are very happy. As we are also happy for something, because in when we are inside the village, we have to work from morning to evening. Now we no need to prepare the food also. Our family members only bring, and three times they will give the food, take the carrier box and everything. We need to just sit here and relax it actually. So some moment, what is happiness is subjective. So but whenever you see any practices, the moment you see, you should not consider it as a right, wrong as something. Talk to them, try to understand them, and then see what can be done. I'm not saying that all the practices are correct, it should be followed. It is about respecting the diversity of our culture. It is accepting the fact. One fact we are accepting. What is that we are accepting? All human beings are naturally diverse in their appearances, speech, behaviors, and values. And they have a right to live in peace and to be as they are. So, all human beings are different. The way they speak, the way they appear, the way they dress, actually, what they consider as an important. For you, public service is important. If somebody comes and say, for me, earning money is important, then you say, what kind of nonsense people? No, that's okay. Somebody can give you, somebody wants money, somebody want authority, somebody want to do public service, all are fine. As long as we are following the law of the land, not harming other people. So, as we discussed, one's views are not to be imposed on others. It appears we are just reading, but if you there from the beginning, we have discussed all these topics earlier. It is about having the fair and objective attitude towards those whose lifestyle differ from yours. So there are some people who have a different lifestyle from us, but still we look them with the justice or a fairness approach, and we take the decision based on the facts and evidences only. It is very important. The value of tolerance is very important in this diverse country, especially after the globalization. Now, thanks to the globalized world that we are living in today, we are going to different countries. Many people from different countries are coming to India. So the diversity has increased. The thought process are increased. Cultures have increased. So that is why tolerance is very, very important. And without this tolerance, the peace in the societies cannot be established. So the normally, if we want to have a tolerance, the first step is the knowledge. Many times we don't know about some culture, or we don't understand the science behind that, and we start criticizing. The more and more knowledge we get, it lead to the respect, and that will belong to the, then it lead to the tolerance. But if you do not know, and just because you are having, like I wear some like for example, saffron color dress, and you wear white color, you wear green, and we are start disliking them. Why? Color is their choice. So the highest result of education should be the tolerance actually. Unfortunately, some people who are more and more educated, they are involving in the intolerant activities for a wrong reasons. So this is some opinion about tolerance, and we will study what is sympathy, empathy, compassion, tolerance. But what kind of questions will come, how to address them, we will see now. Again, any doubts before we go further? So don't accept just because it is ancient, and don't reject because it is the ancient. Yes, we again same. It is applicable to ancient. Some it is applicable to Western culture. Don't accept something just because it is a Western culture, or don't reject it just because even Western, whether it is Western, ancient, from China, something is coming. Something from I thought from Pakistan. Let it be. The good thoughts come anywhere. Be open to listen to it. Actually, learn from it and reject if anything wrong, even if it is for coming from our own community or even very our own family. आपदा को अवसर बना दे. I couldn't get it completely, Monica. So can you please elaborate it further? Okay. So let's we go ahead. So now, as always, we have given a question to you. First 2 minutes, please read this, understand this. Okay, so 2 minutes of time is given to you. Read this, understand this, and then try to create some points. I am keeping this open to public for while discussing this. So please type now, actually, at least for the few minutes, only the things related to this question. But first, you have to think on your own, and only then you should listen to the or observe the others' comments, so that you will get a different perspective. As of now, I'm not explaining anything about this question, because you have to know how to create the answer also. Now we are opening this platform public. Okay, we should turn the problems into opportunities. Okay, आपदा को अवसर बना दे. Okay, okay, that's now we got it. Thank you, Vedashree and Monica. Yes, friends, please start. Thank you for enlightening. Think from different perspectives, examples, meaning, opinion. Once you have given your opinion, you may consider observing other comments. Okay? Yeah. Good points. Last 30 seconds. Please present your opinion and just have a glance at others' opinion. So, Devasmitha. So, we have one aspirant. So, when I was taking classes in Kolkata, also there was one person called Devasmitha. DBSMITA. Yes. Okay, Devasmitha. Okay, friends, thank you for your participation. And for some time, please observe this explanation. As always, see, now we say most of the statements are correct. That's all. See, there is no, when I just have a glance at it, there was no one single statement which is absolutely wrong or something. And that's what happens. And even the question is also about what does it mean to you? So, what does it mean to you? How you are understanding this? The very challenge is very simple. How do you create 150 words? And if for a 10 marks question, or you have a 7 minutes to answer, and in the first 1 minute you should be able to understand and do some brainstorm and get some points, and 6 minutes you have to write around 150 words or 120 to 150 words. That is the biggest challenge. Let's we see how can we approach this question. Okay, now listen to me completely. All your doubts will be resolved. So Swami Vivekananda, through this quotation, what he's trying to tell. So the first one is condemn none. Condemn means criticizing somebody. So through this, Swami Vivekananda, normally we criticize other people because see, this is correct and why are you doing like this? We consider only our thought process is correct. We are not ready to listen and respect the other person's opinion. That's why most of the times we criticize. So through this criticize none, Swami Vivekananda highlighting the importance of tolerance. If you can stretch out a helping hand, do so. If it is possible to help other people, help it. So that's related to compassion. One simple way to answer this question is simple. Listen to me. So, condemn none is tolerance, helping other people is compassion, and there is a further explanation of this. So, through the above statements, I can write start introduction like this. Through the above statement, Swami Vivekananda highlight the importance of tolerance and compassion, and then in the different paragraphs, you will write what is tolerance, why do we need the tolerance, and some examples. And what is compassion? Why do we need compassion? Some examples, and that can also be correct. This is one method of writing it. Otherwise, we can elaborate in detail each part also. So first method is very simple. You understand the core of this statement, what value is being highlighted, and then explain it further. First part. Second part, let's see this. So let us we take this part, condemn none. We can divide this into different parts. Through this statement, Swami Vivekananda highlight the importance of tolerance. It is natural for people to have a differences opinion and the different lifestyle. It is a natural for people to have a different lifestyle. And just because somebody has a different, opinion or the lifestyle, we should not criticize them. It is natural for the people to have differences opinion. It is one part, but we can have a intolerance for the practices like untouchability, child marriage, etc. This is first paragraph is over. If you can stretch out a helping hand, do so. So this part highlight the importance of compassion. If you remember, or if you are going through the previous year questions of essay, there is one famous statement from the essay: life is a long journey. Life is a long journey from human beings to being humane. We all born as a human beings, that is homo sapiens, with two legs, eyes, well developed actually, communicate oral, well developed actually, voice box, and very good communication skills, everything. In this process we should, even the animals also think about themselves, take care of their family. When we start thinking beyond our family and helping the society, and that's where we'll become humane. That's why we should do it. You can give some examples like, bhabam time in one sentence, like what is the things that you have done. One example, or you want to give Sudhamurthi's example, Salu Marada Timmaka, or any other people you can give them. If not, fold your hands. So let's we go further. So if you are not able to help, what you have to do, if you know, then that is we will see here. If we are not able to help, if not help actually, we cannot be able to help actually. So then we have two options: bless your brothers. So suppose I may have a limitation of knowledge, resources, and everything, so I may not help other people. If I have able to do, I will do it, but now I am not able to do. So what I'm doing, I will identify the people who are doing good. I can identify the people who are doing good and appreciate them. This is one part. So let them go on their own way. See, the people, everybody, it is not necessary that they should follow the same path that we are following. We follow one path to live a life. Other people have a different paths. Somebody want to become a doctor, teacher, lawyer, or any, in any case that you take in the following the religion, the lifestyle, the purpose of life, the way we achieve that purpose, everything is actually different opinions are there. Sometimes when they want to follow the different paths, in generally we may tell our opinion why it may be wrong or something, but even after that they want to go on their own way, we should allow them to go on their own way. When you allow them to go on their own way, two things will happen. They may achieve the success. For example, somebody say wants to stay in India and earn the money. Somebody say no, I'll go to Dubai, there is so much of opportunity, I'll go. Somebody say, in Israel there is a job openings are there, it seems, and even our Haryana government is helping actually. So we will go to, in Haryana, their 1.5 lakh rupees salary will get it. Here I am getting only 15,000 per month. Their 1.5 lakhs, I will go. So they may go if they want to go. Actually, it is okay. It is not that they are wrong. Let them go on their own way. They may get whatever they want to. That is success. Or they learn from that experience. They know that how India is different from Israel, Dubai, or actually other countries, and they develop wisdom. Both are good. So in this way, Swami Vivekananda highlight the importance of tolerance, compassion, and wisdom. And by inculcating, understanding this statement and inculcating, lead to the individual happiness, individual happiness. It leads to the happiness at individual level, and it also brings social harmony. This is our conclusion. How? Why individual happiness? If possible, I'm helping. Otherwise, I'm keeping quiet. I'm not criticizing others. This lead to me happy. If I criticize others, they will criticize that, this, everything. No. If possible, I will help. Otherwise, I don't feel guilt. And even in the same way, we are not criticizing others. When we live like this, it is also brings social harmony in the society. That is what actually being suggested in the Swami Vivekananda's quote. You can all. This is the second way of writing it. The third way, say condemn, and after that there is one colon. Normally there are different people are there. You don't criticize anybody. Some people who have the money or resources, they will help. Somebody don't have, they will keep watch. Somebody appreciate other people. Somebody they're going on their own way. Let all the four people follow the four direction. Somebody is helping them, helping other people, it's okay. Somebody is not helping them and for they're folding their hands, that is fine. Somebody identifying other people, appreciating, that is also fine. Another person is going on the another way to do live their life, all are correct. Don't criticize anybody. All the path finally lead to the wisdom. This can also be the interpretation. In this way, you, because this quotation mean to you, there is no one single standard answer. And we need no need to know, like, like Swami Vivekananda, in which book he said, in which context we said, that is not required, and it is not impossible to know for every quote also. In the examination hall, there may be much better answer when you check in the Google, but it's all about how can we create answer in the examination hall. You should be connect to the syllabus, then it becomes easy. One easiest method, okay, you identify the core of this. It's all about tolerance and compassion, and write about it. Any doubts about this question before I go ahead with the next question? Okay, so hope you understood it. Sir, please summarize. Were you there, Vivek, or just now you came? So, like condemnation, we should not criticize others, because it is okay for people to follow the different paths. If it is possible for us to help, we will help, because compassion is an important virtue. And animals also take care of themselves and their family. We as a human beings, with so many other opportunities that we got, so much of wealth that we got, the wealth includes in terms of knowledge, the ability to control other animals and everything, and so much of knowledge we are able to transfer from one generation to another generation. We should use this opportunity to think beyond our family and to help society. The people like Bhaba Amte, Prakash Amte, Sudha Murthy, and other people. Sometimes we can't help others, so identify the people who are doing good and appreciate them. Some people want to go on their own way, so let them go on their own way. Yes, fine. So in this way, there is no logic in find writing the model answer for this question. It's all about how are we creating the answer. Once again, see this today we are practicing many questions, because ethics is not only learning, but also how do we apply whatever the content that we have learned. There is a question in front of you. Please do some brainstorm, and takes 2 minutes to read, understand, brainstorm, and present some points. Once again, we are opening the chat to the public. Please post the statement related only to this question. Good, Tehseen and others, you have understood. Super. Yes, Judekula, your statement is appropriate in this context also. Yes, Vivek, you are right. And that is why this is open to public, so that you learn your opinion, you express your opinion, and others also express their opinion. So we'll have a really tolerance class. Chandrasekhar, you are not agreeing with what they have, telling that hatred is wrong. And are you not agreeing that hatred is wrong? So think about it. Last few seconds, think about it, do some brainstorm. Good, good. So please post your answers and then listen to me now. Super. So thank you for all your participation. Now please focus on this. After this, like, see, if you have differences opinion, then only please express. Suppose now many of you have given, and if it is matching with this criteria, then of course it is fine. There is always be a different way of expression, different examples. All of these answers are right. So any of you feel that your thoughts were actually entirely different from what we are explaining, and then please present your opinion. Now please focus here. Now, hatred means intense dislike for someone or something. We hate for different reasons. Just because, as a common people, we hate somebody just because they belong to different caste, different region, different religion. Though we are not supposed to hate, but generally people hate them. So just because they belong to a different region, religion, and their lifestyle is different. Suppose, just example, Mr. A actually believes that live-in relationship is wrong, and another boy and girl, they're in live-in relationship, and they say, "Hey, what kind of boy and girl? And this girl, she should have some manners. No, how can she live with that boy without marrying?" What kind of culture we are growing? Actually, that is everything. One example. So, so in this way, we develop actually sometimes this maybe expressing opinion, of course, is to some extent okay, but developing intense dislike, not cooperating, creating problems to them just because they are in that. This is all the different variations of hatredness. Hatred is a destruction of a person's wisdom, destruction of the person's conscience, and that individual whose wisdom is got destroyed, conscience got destroyed. And when we have these people around us and in the country, it will also poison the nation's spirit. That is a sentence. Let us we understand this first, and then we see how do we approach this. So there are three important keywords are here. So one is wisdom, another is conscience, Another is nation's spirit. In generally, what is wisdom? Ability to make sound judgment or ability to take the right decision is one quality of the wisdom. So it's an ability to take the right decisions at the right time. ಸರಿಯಾದ ನಿರ್ಧಾರವನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ವಿವೇಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So ability to take the right decisions at the right time you need to take. It is based on the knowledge and experience. That is called a person with wisdom or a wise person. One definition. There are many definitions we can give. But normally, imagine, I suppose if I'm a wise person, in generally I'm to take right decision. But when we develop hatredness towards other person, intense dislike for some reason, we are not ready to think logically. We are not ready to think of consequences. This is how normally a person with wisdom think logically. If I do this, what happens? What should not happen? What are the consequences? Somebody is irritating me, go and slap that person, kill that person, stab that person. Then, oh, even now I will go to jail. How can I do that? So parking issue, I was supposed to park, another person come and actually is parked, and it create so many problems. There is also a movie called Parking actually. So that you can see how a small issue can turn into escalate into a big situation. So normally those who have wisdom think about the consequences, think logically. Again, what happens if I do this, that, this, and everything. But in person, when the hatredness got dominated, the emotions got dominated, the logic will come down. Then we don't know what we are doing. So that is called destruction of wisdom. We can see this in the case of Duryodhana, his hatredness towards Pandavas. We can see this in the case of Hitler, as rightly mentioned by some of you, in the his hatredness towards the people who belong to a Jewish community. So, what is conscience? Conscience is an inner sense of right or wrong. Inner sense of right or wrong. It guides us in the process of decision making. This is also another instrument which will guide us. How do we interact with other people? How do we take the decisions and everything? But normally, when we develop an hatredness towards another person, another community, we are lose empathy. We are not ready to understand the other people from their perspective. You see, when you develop hatredness towards other people, we are not ready to think from their perspective, and we are not ready to respect the differences of opinion. And that's how conscience got destroyed. Conscience loses its sensitivity, and that led to many incidents. For examples, Dhadri incident. So this can also be the homework actually. If you type DADRI, Dhadri incident actually in YouTube, you will get one incident. Dhadri is a village in the UP where people belong to Hindus and Muslims. Everybody, they were living in harmony. Well, one community, there was one person called Muhammad Iqlaq, of course, belonged to Islam community. He was cutting some animal. Actually, he's cutting the animal meat, preparing the meat. Some people assumed that he was slaughtering the cow. They developed hatredness towards this person. They went to a temple, and in the mic they announced in the village, one person called Muhammad Iqlaq in our village is slaughtering the cow. We should all unite and fight against this practice. So there were a group of 20 people around. They have come and attacked on this person's family. They have killed that person. And his son, actually, Muhammad Iqlaq's son, Muhammad Iqlaq was 50 plus, his son was 25 plus, he was also severely injured. So now this is one incident. Such similar incidents against different communities, caste, everywhere across India may happen. Anybody who has a conscience, how can we kill another person? We are living in the same village. There may be so many things that we shared, we have given, taken everything, and just because of this one reason, anything, we have killing that another person because that person killed another animal. I'm not saying killing the animal is right or wrong. That's a related to the law of the land. That shows our conscience got destroyed. Nation's spirit. What is the nation's spirit? It is a feeling of oneness. We are all Indians, irrespective of the language that we speak, the caste we belong to, region we belong to, religion we belong to. The feeling of justice. No matter which caste you are, which region you are, you should get the justice. All of us should grow together. This is a feeling of nation's spirit. Why do we unite? So that we all can grow. But when the hatred develops, actually, we will start dividing the people based on the caste, region, religion. The feeling of oneness of the nation spirit will come down, and it is highlighted in the situation like 1984 anti-Sikh riots. 1984, in the post-independence that you will study, our ex-prime minister Indira Gandhi ji, she was assassinated by two people who belong to the Sikh community. In generally, of course, we if they are alive, we can arrest them, and anybody who has helped them actually in this plan of assassination of PM, we can also take appropriate action. But somehow this group of people developed enmity towards the whole people who belong to the Sikh community. There was a fight among these people. It led to the loss of life of thousands of people. Then where is the feeling of Indians? Actually, it's gone. So these examples and this analysis shows that hatred is not only creating the problem, it is not only creating the problem at the individual level, but also creating the problem at the national level. This is one way of understanding. But whenever a statement is given and they ask you, do you agree? We should also see, is there is any arguments not to agree with that? Is there is any arguments not to agree that? Okay. Hatredness is creating the problem. No problem. Actually, that it is a no doubt it is creating the problem when you focus it on the people. Let us divert this hatred from people to problem. What does it mean? When we focus on people belong to this community, that this everything, it is a destructive. We have seen the example. Whenever we hate somebody, we want to eliminate them. We hate some people, we want to eliminate them. In the same way, we hate some problem. Like suppose we hate child exploitation. We hate poverty. We hate Naxalism. We hate inequality. So then we want to eliminate poverty. We should not eliminate poor people, but eliminate poverty. You should not eliminate Naxalites, eliminate Naxalism. The Kailash Satyarthi, the child rights activist, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, he says that most of my ideas are born out of my anger and hatredness towards the child exploitation. I was so hatred or irritated to see the child exploitation. I was able to come up with some solution. So hatredness towards the problem can be constructive because we fight. We'll start fighting against this. So that is good. Right? So when they say, do you agree with this? If I'm writing the answer in the introduction only, I will take the stand because the question is like this: do you agree with this? You justify. What is my opinion on this statement? Hatredness, when it is focused on the people, it is destructive. But when the same hatredness, if it can focus on the social evils or the problems, it can become constructive. Then I will explain in detail how hatred is solving all this problem. And in the conclusion, I will also explain when the same hatredness focused on this problem, it can be constructive. When you are writing the answer, when somebody wants to use this word, hatredness towards the people problem, like, Gandhiji's statement, actually, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Blood for blood makes the whole world as a graveyard. Our Gautama Buddha statement, actually, hatred doesn't cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. All of this can be used. And you can create answer in the examination hall by following this approach. So what is our learning? How are we creating divide into different parts? And whenever they say, do you agree? We should also see, can there be another possible interpretation for not agreeing also? That is our analysis. Now tell me, you have any doubt? Did you understand? Was this explanation clear? If Hitler is there, why not other person? Anybody who feel that they have hatredness and they have caused a problem, if you feel that is an example, you write it. No, it just because we given one example, it doesn't mean that that is only right. So this is one example. There are many more other examples. No, Vedashri, with more and more practice, definitely you will also create it. So we are in the initial stages, no? So it may feel different. Is it necessary to give popular example or local example? You can give any examples, but if you are giving local, suppose I'm just you are from a state of UP, you are giving only UP example for all the question, then it's not correct. As an Indian civil service aspirant, you should have examples from across the states. And normally, if you are in UP, getting local level example of Tamil Nadu or Kerala may be difficult. So that is why we try to select something which is known to many people. Hope you understood. Yes, UPSC aspirants appearing for the mains need to interpret the codes and given by the question paper setters as Supreme Court interpret the Constitution. Okay. Hatredness is like a poison of the snake bite. It is small, but after some time, it will make the whole poisonous. What we write in the place of yes, do you agree? Yes, do you agree? You no need to fill here only. I told this actually. So that's a samiksha. When they say yes, do you agree with this? You. So our introduction, what in introduction we are expressing our opinion. When they say do you agree, it doesn't mean that you should take only agree or disagree. It's not just yes or no. Then it would have been objective question. It is a subjective question. So if I am telling yes, I agree with the statement. Hatred is a destructive, but only when it is focused on the people. But when the same hatred is focused on the problem, it can be constructive. Okay, Samiksha ji, hope you got it. Okay, Musdaba, that's good that you are learning few more things. Then that is the use of this class. Okay, so Mustafa, so she has written the mains actually in the state PCS. So all the best for your next exams. Both crack it at one time. If there is a notification at state level also. Yes. So hope you have understood. Hatred is like a snake bite, and it is a small, but after some time, it will our whole body become the poisonous. Yeah, some of these statements also you can use it. So this is how you can create, and if you see all these examples are these points are there in our previous discussion only. In this way, some of the people after attending the class and writing the mains examination, or when they see the mains question paper, some of them say, sir, most of the content are from our class. Somebody say, sir, every question was different. Both are correct. Questions will be different, but to create answer, the raw materials that we give from day 1 till the day 15 are sufficient. It is all that you are like, it is like a imagine a cooking exam. We'll provide you the raw material. You can take all these raw materials to the examination hall. They will tell a specific dish, one name of the dish. So there you have to decide which is that one, when I have to use which product I should use first, how much I should use, how much I should fry, how much I should pour water, everything, and prepare the food. Sir, you give us lemon rice and upma, I will prepare, I will take and go. No, when you prepare, take lemon rice, they may ask upma. That is why take ingredients, rice and rava and everything. Let you prepare in the examination hall what is exactly required. And that's how this ethics works. Sir, is it good enough to fix ourselves to class notes PPTs? No, it is not enough. You have to read at least one more reference book. You have to solve previous year questions. You have to take mock tests. All that you have to do, and that we'll discuss at the last day. Sir, how hatred can be constructive? Rutika, were you there in our class? Were you there from the last 20 minutes at least? Tell me, then I'll answer. If you were there, tell me who is the why this Kailash Satyarthi we have used here. So tell me why you were not under. What do you know about this Kailash Satyarthi? What he has done? See, book name, reference book, notes actually, join and others you are asking. Don't worry, no. Still, this is not the last day. We have discussed few things in the first day. I will discuss everything also in the last day. So what he has done, Kailash Satyarthi, he fought against the child exploitation. Why he fought? Because he has hatredness towards this concept called child exploitation. So when you hate something, you want to eliminate it. When you fight against child exploitation, it will be a develop. It lead to the development of society. That's called constructive. These people who come out of the child exploitation start getting education, skill development, they get job, marry, two kids, and they'll destroy life again. No, no, sorry. So they'll marry, have two kids, and live a peace and harmonious life. They take care of other people also, and that is why it is called constructive. So yes, Divya, as you rightly use, hate the sin but not the sinner. Correct. So you can also, if you hate the sin, it is a destructive. Hate the sinner. If you hate the sinner, it will be destructive. Hate the sin, it will be constructive. Understood, Rutika ji? Okay, that's good. Now, with all this, we will be starting another topic, a small and interesting topic that is called aptitude. As we are starting aptitude, on the day one, actually, give us some questions actually which are tricky but very simple answer, which are tricky, interesting, but it is a simple answer. Something, can you think of this? Though it is not exactly related to aptitude, let's we create some curiosity in others. So give me some questions now which are tricky, appears to be difficult, but which is a simple answer. Like, if you remember, what is something that is common between letter T and island that we have asked? Just for a few seconds, and before we go ahead with the next one. Sir, if we write example, then full answer will be filled with example only. So what we can write? So we have given that once you try, no, SIAN username, try to see how to write in 150 word. Then you will come up with many solutions. Try once, send it to the team. They will give feedback, try to improve, or give it to the people whom you consider as an appropriate. And you only see yourself and see. Now, this is the task, 7 minutes, 150 word, and you have so much of content. How do you reduce it? Try. No. In the initially, we provide so many things. With practice, you will learn. Okay. Yeah, now we'll take these questions only and see what is the answer. What is Vaishnav? We have already discussed on the day one. What is this actually? OTTFF, yes, and the next letter actually. This is discussed. What came first, an egg or a hen? There is no answer actually, Rutika. If you have an answer, you can give us. What is that which belongs to you but others uses it more than you? I think most of you know. What is something that belongs to you but most other uses it? And yes, we are getting the answer. That is name. Let's we see much more trickier. Something that I don't know the answer, I'll put it here. Okay, so we don't want to stress your brain, so we won't give you a question. Wow, Vedashree, మీరు ఎక్కడో ఉండాల్సింది. You should have been somewhere. How can you drop an egg on a concrete floor and not break it? I read this question somewhere. How can you drop an egg on a concrete floor? Actually, so some answer is boiled egg. Actually, like the answer is you cannot break the concrete floor. Vaishna, hope you got the answer. Okay. So how can you drop an egg on a concrete floor and do not break it? Here it refers to concrete floor. Just because you drop an egg, concrete floor, do not crack it. So the last question, sir. So that our team will answer. एक ट्रक ड्राइवर रॉन्ग डायरेक्शन में जा रहा था पुलिस वाले उसे कुछ नहीं keep रहे कियो. So there was one truck driver. He was going in a wrong direction, but the police didn't say anything because he was a truck driver walking on a road. Actually, that's why the police did not tell anything. Okay, so what is black initially, red when used, and white after use? Okay, anybody knows the answer? The last question, something black. Hope actually it is ethics class. Keeping in that mind, the answers also should be ethical. Okay, so the coal actually answer is coal. That is good actually. Will it become white after the use? Yeah, yeah, yes, I think it is white. Black initially, red when it is used, white after the use. That's a good question. Stop. Questions are actually. We'll stop. We'll start the topic actually. What is it in which the poor have and rich need it? What is something that poor people are have it and rich people in need of it? That's looking interesting. Anybody has an answer? According to this piece, sometimes poor people may not have it also. Happiness, poverty, and hunter, humanity. Okay, so according to the person who posted question, answer is nothing. It seems. What is something that poor people have it? The poor people have nothing, and rich people in need, they also need nothing. It seems, according to the person who posted Avani only. Okay, yes, friends, let's be back to our discussion. That was just an interesting, this is also part of this. Suppose you decided to study for 3 hours, 4 hours, or something. Generally, after 1 hour or 1.5 hour, take some 5 to 10 minutes break. That break can be just going outside and observing the nature, if that is possible, or talking to somebody whom you like, or doing this actually kind of things, actually finding some tricky questions and trying to find the answer, everything, and then come back, so it will give you much more energy. So even teaching, learning, this all should not be a boring. You have to see how to enjoy this process. That, thank you for your participation. Many interesting questions have come, many enlightening questions have come. If any questions are missed, please keep that, and we'll take it next time also. Please answer my question. One last question: is killing people mercilessly in the video games ethical? um Killing the people in the video games, will that have an impact on the people actually who do that? Yes, it may have a certain impact. That video games, those who are preparing, they have to make sure that actually they're try to create some ethical games as much as possible. As of now, the law is allowing. Then again, we go to this, some movies are there, but they'll put 18 plus actually, if there is so much of brutal killing and everything is there actually. And yes, video games are accessible to everybody, and if there is so much of cruelty, it will have an impact on the people, and it is unethical. So Chandrasekhar, so and others, we will take the other so-called enlightening questions in the next time. Thank you for your participation. And yes, the games like Blue Whale actually and all, they are definitely wrong. Let us we come back. So for a few seconds before I go into this, recall everything that you know about the word aptitude, please. The day when we discussed, just recall everything that you know about this word aptitude. Yes, Samiksha, next time we'll take the question from you. Now, as we back to the discussion, sorry for that. Yes, think, good participation. Think everything, recall, array, what is this aptitude? How do we get it? And only human beings have aptitude, animals also can have aptitude. Why aptitude is there in ethics actually? Is it same as CSAT aptitude? Array, what is this? Recall. Okay, now please focus here. The word aptitude, yes, I'm just, has come from the Latin word aptus, which means suitable or fit for. Suitable or fit for. Aptitude is the natural ability to do a particular work. Okay, so keep writing, keep understanding. So, what is this natural ability to do a particular work? The word natural is used actually because that is something to come to us through nature, you can call it as, or through inheritance. It comes to us through the genes. So, it is there at the time of our birth. It can be developed in the initial stages. All that we need to do is to identify what we are capable of it. If we cannot identify, normally suppose Jungle Book and all, if you have seen, if a person is grown up in a forest where no animals are speaking actually, that person may not know that he can speak actually, communicate well and all actually. But this person has, we all have an aptitude to speak, but for that we need to know that we can speak and observe other people and start speaking. See, if we grown up in a forest, suppose imagine that animals are taking care of it or something, we never spoken to anybody and all, we may not know that we have the ability to speak. So monkeys can able to climb a tree, fish can able to swim well, ant can carry more weight than its weight, dogs can smell well. So these are all the natural abilities of the different animals. How different animals have different natural abilities, we as a human beings also have some natural abilities. Like again, ability to stand up, a well developed voice box, ability to have a self awareness, knowing who am I, what are my strengths, what is weaknesses, what is happening in inside my body, mind and everything. That self awareness. Empathy, ability to understand other people from their perspective, adaptable to the different changes. All like this, so many abilities are there which are common to many people. While some people may have extraordinary abilities in teaching, some people, for example, after the class, please note down this example in somewhere. And as we do not have access to the videos actually to show, we are not able to show, but that's why please watch this actually. There's a person called Muhammad Hassan Ali. If you type this name in YouTube, you'll get it. He is from Hyderabad. You will get a video in which he was a 11-year-old person. He was a 11-year-old person actually. 11 year, can you imagine? Sixth standard, fifth standard. But he was teaching the BTech and MTech students. He has the ability to teach BTech and MTech students. So what is teaching? Ability to understand the concept and communicating in such a way that others can understand. 11-year-old person, the knowledge of BTech, MTech will not come by birth, but ability to read, understand and communicate with other people, that he can do it. 11-year-old person, Muhammad Hassan Ali. PT Usha, when she was studying in the fourth standard, her physical education trainer, PET, physical education trainer, identified her abilities in the athletics actually, or in the particular game like running. She was made to compete with a seventh class student, seventh standard student, and this student was a district champion. So this person, this girl was taking the training and everything, the seventh standard student actually. But PT Usha, by the when she was in the fourth standard, she was not taking any training or something. But when these two were able to compete, the fourth standard PT Usha was able to win compared to the seventh standard this person. So that shows that she had comparatively better natural ability compared to the other people. That time her teacher told that this is what your abilities and this is the area that you have to work on. So we all have some common natural abilities as a human beings, while few people can have extraordinary natural abilities with respect to few things. Some people can have a better hand-eye coordination. And those people who have a better hand-eye coordination by birth, and if they choose us like cricket, especially batting, fielding, and everything, they can do much better compared to other people. So this natural ability is also called as a talent. That's why you say talented singer. Hey, he is a talented actor. She is talented actress. So talented, singer, actor, dancer, teacher, businessman. So many things that we say. So that is something that comes to us by birth to do this particular work. Or this aptitude can be. It is a natural ability to learn a particular skill to learn a particular skill through the right training. Through the right training. So it is a natural ability either to do a particular work or ability to learn the skill. There are so many skills are required. If we have a skills for any profession, for teaching, to become a doctor, lawyer, engineer, civil servant, businessman, leader, all this is related to the skill. If you have a sufficient skills, it lead to the success in the career. This success increases the chances of satisfaction, and this satisfaction lead to happiness. The purpose of our life is to be happy. If you are living want to live happy, we need to live a satisfied life, and that also depends on the success. Suppose I am like, I'm a teacher, and if I'm not teaching well, when I interact with or through your comments, I know that actually I'm speaking, and like, just for example, you are not understanding anything, I cannot sleep well. And even if I'm actually server in a hotel, and if I feel that even those people who receive that, sir, we felt happy with your services, and those actually smiling, and the conversation was so good, actually, even that person who is maybe working as a server, or maybe anybody who, as long as they do the job purposely, some auto driver or bus driver or anything, if they are doing their job properly, they can sleep well. So because they are achieving the success in the field that they have chosen, and that is possible when you have skills related to that. And there are two ways that you can get a skill. So one is identify the aptitude. Identify what is something that is special in you. And so you have identified, you have the identifier, aptitude. So identify it and take some training on this, some practice, training, everything. So then you develop a skill. It leads so that you can be happy. So that is, it is the natural ability to learn a particular skill through the proper training, appropriate training. So as a many private companies, we skilled people, we need a skilled people, but many times these skills people are not available. There are 100 people who are ready. Suppose I have hired 100 people who are ready to do the job, then we will give training. See, these are the skills that related to coding or hacking, ethical hacking, and everything. After we give the training to 100 people, only one person selected. That's like, according to the company's perspective, it's a waste of time, money, and resources, because we are giving training to 100 people and only one person is able to learn. Okay, before that we should check whether this person is trainable or not, and that is why they conduct a test which is called as aptitude test. Usually they give some questions actually which are tricky questions and everything. If a person can solve that, and it is considered that if we give training to these people, they have the great ability to observe what is being taught, and they will learn the different skills. And now you know this example or definition. It is a natural ability to learn a particular skill through the right training. We will give you the training, but after the training, do you have the ability to learn the skill that we are expecting from you? That test is known as an aptitude test. So that is why we have CSAT also, Civil Service Aptitude Test. Normally we refers to prelims paper 2, but the whole prelims mains interview is actually called a Civil Service Aptitude Test. Those who are able to clear, it is said that actually they have ability to observe, and then ability to observe what is being taught in the training period. Those who clear this, actually they take training in Labasna and other institutions, and after that actually they will be serving as probationary officers. And once they were able to clear this, or undergo this period, when they get independent skill, or when they get a skill, the independent charge will be given to them. So that is, you are learning the skills later, but to learn the skills, some abilities are required, whether you have that. Sir, okay, sir, some people will have by birth. Now, is that is the only way to get it? So I do not have the natural ability. Still, can I become an actor? Can become a singer? Can become a dancer? Yes, you can become. But you have to spend more time and effort compared to the first option. There is an option A, just identifying who are you and taking the training. Here, I am trying to become what I am not. I am a monkey. I am learning swimming. I may swim actually, but it is easier for a fish and it is difficult for a monkey compared to the fish actually. So I'm trying to become what I'm not. So it takes more effort time. Normally it is said that there is one rule called 10,000 hours rule. 10,000 hours rule. So what is this 10,000 hours rule? If under the right guidance, if we can practice for 10,000 hours, we can become an expert in that. But 10,000 hours, can you imagine? It's so much of time. So it is observed that. So there are two options. One is identifying your aptitude and working on that. Sorry, aptitude. One is option A and working on that. Second one, spending more time and effort compared to this person and then getting the job. That is option B. It has been observed that this category of the people are more happier and satisfied in their life when compared to the section B, because you are identifying what you are naturally having and you are working on that, and then when you do that, your body and mind is happy to cooperate. Then you are not doing a job, you are just doing what is natural to you. Imagine like you like to watch movie. Suppose Upendra's new movie is coming. Actually, it's named the name of the movie is this, with some differences. And you go to a movie, watch for 3 hours, and you enjoy, and while coming back, you get money rather than you are paying the money. Will that be so interest? That will be so good, right? In the same way, when you can do the job that matches with who are you, and then you do the job, it is like you are enjoying it. You are also getting the money for that. So there are people who put time and effort, they do the job, but most of the times they are doing because they need money. EMI we need to pay. Mechanical job, somebody is chosen, somebody told to become engineer, I become engineer, I may not like it, suppose the option B. So how to know whether you are in the option A or B category? So generally one rule people say, if Friday evenings are making you happy, then you are in the B category. If Monday mornings can make you also make you happy, Monday morning, then you are in the A category. If Friday evening, which is making more happy, you need to see. If Friday evenings is making you happy, then probably you are in a B category. If Monday morning can make you happy, then you are in a category. So what does it mean? Suppose Friday evening I am happy. In generally Monday to Friday we work. Abba, now actually this headache of work is over. Next 2 days holidays, I can enjoy, live my life. So if that is making me happy, I am doing the work. But my body and mind is not happy. I may be just working to get that salary. Monday morning, I wake up, I got that extra energy. Now I'm going to work. I'm doing the job now. So that gives me extra energy. I may enjoy the weekend also. Even the Monday morning also makes me happy. So when we make happy, that means our body and mind wants us to do that. Whatever is natural to us, it is cooperate with us. That is one way to identify. But it is advisable that people want to live happily. But in order to live happily, people need to identify the job that matches with their pattern. But how? Who has to do that? So parents and the teachers has a great responsibility in this process. Parents and the teachers. Parents and the teachers have great responsibility in this context. First thing we should stop is Marxism. The Marxism is the biggest problem in our country. The Marxism is not the Karl Marx Marxism that we are talking about. Highest emphasis on the Marx. If somebody got 80%, you are getting 80%. What about other people who are getting 90%? You got only 92%, she got 98%. So people want to get 90, 95, 98, 100% marks actually. The highest, whether you understood or not, no need. A plus B whole square. Did you write formula? A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. Okay, we are made to learn. But what is the practical use of A plus B whole square? Have you ever learned that? Have you ever used in your lifetime, or where do we use it? Most common people, at least 99%, including me, we don't know where do we use this. Okay, so that highest emphasis on marks should come down. We should encourage the students to participate in all possible activities. Like there should can be a play of cricket, football, and other kind of sports actually. So okay, etc. Like sports, we can encourage them to participate in singing, dance, drama, and other kind of cultural activities. We can make them participate in debate competition. We can make them participate in the like debate actually, or memory related, like, for example, some spelling actually and other memory based question, etc. All different possible participate, activities, we should encourage them, and we should evaluate them actually based on this. When they join the class at the first standard, it will continue till the 10th standard, and based on this overall 10 years of analysis, we should call their parents, and this is our 10 years observation. These are the areas where your son or daughter is good at. These are the job opportunities which are suitable, and guide them. Based on that, they have to choose whether they have to choose arts, science, or commerce. Now, along with these activities, and even the minimum basic is required. That's why 35%, if somebody can get it, that is fine. Understanding concept, presenting on the paper is one talent. Some people are good at, but why all the credit should go to only these people? There are many other hundreds of talents are there. And then one more, dignity of labor should be there. So that means we have to respect every individual irrespective of the job they do. Suppose you are inviting an IAS officer to your home, they will come, oh, sab, please come, either bhaiti actually, and full respect that this somebody. Okay, this is some electrician come to your home. हाँ, hey भाई, देखो भाई, ये तो क्या हो गया? अरे आधा घंटा हो रहा है, अब भी रिपेयर कर रहे हो, जल्दी करो भाई. ओके मैडम, काम हो गया, 100 रुपए हो गए. हाँ, इतना काम के लिए 100 रुपए होना, ए नहीं नहीं, 50 रुपए देता हूँ, जाओ जाओ. So like we are treating electrician in some way, a plumber in some way, IAS officer in some way, teacher in some way. That is all the jobs. Now how we need liver, pancreas, spleen, everything. All the jobs are important. Somebody is auto driver, bus driver, IAS officer, everybody doing their job. Why so much of respect to only few things? That has to change. Parent Marxism change should change. So now in the process of making our son or daughter better, what we are doing, suppose, see, this is a special chocolate that your brother got it from America, only you should eat it, don't give it to other people. Now this fifth class student, the that girl, she wants to eat chocolate in the break time. Now if I open, other people will also ask actually, but my mother told not to give anybody, so she will take it to the washroom, there she will open and eat, because she no need to share it with anybody. So if we create so much of pressure, why you are getting only 90% and all? So when all these changes should happen, but at present what is happening is this is happening. Observe this. Okay. So for a phase selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb the tree. Now, for example, okay, all animals are equal. There is only one examination, climb the tree. Then monkey is able to climb a tree easily, and a small ant is there. Imagine there is an ant. Ant. So ant is also able to climb a tree. Suppose there is a fish is there and it is not able to climb a tree. Then we'll tell a fish, see, monkey is bigger than you, it is able to climb a tree. Ant is smaller than you, that is also able to climb a tree. But you are a fish and you are a stupid. That is why you are not able to climb a tree. And what happens on the fish? This will happen, as rightly suggested by Albert Einstein. Read this. Everyone is genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will believe, it will live its whole life that it is a stupid. Now, this is, remember, this is a representative picture. Here, all animals are belong to the different species. But we as a human beings all belong to the Homo sapiens. Okay, we are all Homo sapiens only. We are all Homo sapiens. We are belong to the same species. But our talents or natural abilities are as different as different animals who are here. Our abilities can be as different as these different animals. One of us can be monkey, another can be elephant, another can be fish. Actually, like different natural abilities are there. That is why we need to start respecting the people for their different abilities. If we can create a society that is an ethical society, and people love to do this job. In this context, recently I visited this place called actually Arovilla. So Arovilla, it is actually in the border of Tamil Nadu and the Pondicherry. So Arovilla. So it is based on the principles of Aravindo Ghosh. They want to create a society where everybody is equal. They want to create a society, where everybody is equal. It is in theory they're trying to put into practice actually, though it is far from the reality or their principles, but it is one of the good concepts. One experiment along with many they want to try is actually, see, now different people will get different salary. A teacher will get different salary, doctor will get different salary, and some other administrator will get a different salary. That is one reason we respect them in a different way. Somebody is an artist, like suppose somebody who is doing the artist in a dramas, some traditional drama setup, they may earn suppose 15,000. They may be a great talented actor or actress there, but somebody same hero, and that person is earning crore. Somehow we give respect to the crore of rupees that actor, though there may be many great talented here. So one thing that they want to create, everybody will get equal salary. There are some people who can reside permanently there actually. They want to create a society where everybody paid same salary and everybody will be considered as equal. The one attempt is happening. So you can just study that actually for your curiosity, and if you get an opportunity, go and stay there also. It's in one good attempt. I'm just saying it is an attempt. Communism is based on this principle. It is much elaborated. They want to apply the few concepts of this communism where everybody is equal. Okay. Now, before we take the break, actually, let's we observe the few points and then we take the break, actually. Okay, because whatever we have understood now, we will just go through the notes. The same content is there, and then we'll take a break and go further. I will answer any other question related to this. We will answer this question, Sakshi and Divya and others. Once we complete, I am very happy to take these doubts. Okay. So, what is aptitude? It is our natural ability to do a particular work. It is a natural ability to acquire a particular skill through the right training. And common natural abilities are self awareness, empathy, and adaptability, as we have seen actually. So, some people have extraordinary abilities in the reading, speaking, designing, and teaching, music, sports, etc. How do we get it? It is there through, we will get it through the inheritance and through the early development. Usually first 15 years of our life is considered to be very important in this development of aptitude. That is why that is till 10th class we are made to participate in all the activities actually, and slowly and gradually we will identify where we are strong compared to other person. So there are two important days in our life. One is the day we are born and another is the day when we find out our aptitude. One good choice can do the wonders in a person's life. It is considered that there was one person who has come to the field of cricket. He wanted to become a bowler, and he was trying in this actually as bowling department. But later, this person has identified that compared to bowling, I can focus my energy on the batting. And then he come to the industry thinking that he want to become a great bowler. Actually, started working on that. But while working, he has identified with the help of his coaches that I need to focus on batting, and then he has created wonders at that time. And he was a Sachin Tendulkar. So Sachin Tendulkar. So there was one person who wanted to try in the football actually. His interest was in the football. One day his teacher has identified and he was convinced this student actually to try the cricket. He has identified that you have some abilities which are more suitable in the field of cricket, especially as a wicket keeper and everything. And this person started focusing on that, and that led to the MS Dhoni. So there are two important days. One is the day we are born. After so many struggles, actually, that we will born actually, and that is one important day. And the day when you find out what is something that I'm having different compared to other people, and how can I achieve whatever I want, whether I want peace, money, or authority through this aptitude. That is important. Aptitude is something which comes to us naturally because it is present in our DNA, and DNA has genes, and genes actually talks about many characteristics including the aptitude. Now, as we discussed, a person can learn a particular skill even though he or she doesn't have an aptitude for it, but it takes more time and effort. I have already discussed this point, and it is having an aptitude for a particular job increases the probability of success as it leads to the faster learning with less effort of the different skills required to do that job. What does it mean? Now, I am a suppose person with aptitude, another person without the aptitude. With less time and effort, I can easily learn the different skill. Well, this person, though putting so much of time and effort, this person may not achieve the as success as a person. Normally, there is one wrong motivation many people give. If somebody can do, you can do it. You just copy that. No, it may not work. Suppose there is one topper actually is there. Like, he or she got rank one in the UPSC. Now suppose this person, like, she got first rank, she is my close friend, and I followed everything that she followed. Actually, she used to wake up at 4 o'clock. I'll also wake up at 4 o'clock. She was praying for Lord Ayappa, and suppose I will also pray for Lord Ayappa. She was drinking the three roses tea, I will also drink three roses tea. And she was actually, talking only half an hour with some family members, I will also do that. She joined this coaching institution, I'll join that. So even I replicate everything, that doesn't mean that I will also get first rank. All of our socio-economic backgrounds are different. Our natural abilities are different. Actually, we cannot copy paste them. We may try and learn and adopt based on our own nature. The last slide before we take the break. And finding a path that allows us to develop our natural abilities will help us to express to the fullest potential. And it has been observed that people are more happier and more satisfied when they choose a career that matches with their aptitude pattern. Whatever we discussed, we also present in the paper, because some people say, sir, you said so many things, but we couldn't write. So that is why written part is also there. Now, Sakshi says actually, an auto driver plays an important role in our life. One day strike can reveal the reality. We must respect them. Yes, definitely. You have to respect everybody. And just when you said auto driver, as remember this person, you may note down, if you go to YouTube and type Annadurai auto driver and type this Annadurai auto driver, and sometimes we say, even being an auto driver, we can be happy. Now we say, sir, you say it is very good to listen, but you see the auto driver, they struggle a lot from morning to evening. But if you type Anna Durai auto, auto driver, this person is from, Tamil Nadu, Chennai. So he is an auto driver actually. And but he is so famous actually that he has given TEDx talks actually. He has given TED talks. He was invited by many corporate companies to give the speeches. Why their corporate companies are inviting the Annadurai? To know this, watch the video. In the break time also you can watch it, and that is a break time work. And now if you have any other further questions, actually we will also talk about this, and we'll address many other doubts, questions that you have actually will also be addressed here. Okay. Now for that we will take a break, and the class starts at 7:20. After the break, we'll continue with your doubts and other things. So starts at 7:20 p.m. So enjoy the break. If you have a time, please type another auto driver and watch a simple video and then come back. So yes, this will let's take a small commercial break and come back. Hello, friends. So, welcome to you all for the class of Ethics, Integrity, and Aptitude after a small break. So, hope all of you have joined after the break. So, if you are yet to join, so Sakshi, are you present here? So, we'll take attendance. So, because she has asked some questions, so I thought I can answer if she's there. And another question. So, sir, I love my job, but being a healthcare professional, I barely get holidays. So, on the day we come to know that we are having holiday tomorrow, it makes us feel happier because at least now we can spend some time with our family too. Okay. So that is happiness is continued. It's a different kind of happiness. That's all. So if normally we have an aptitude in generally, now we're enjoying this process of teaching. This is happiness. When weekend we go and spend time with family. When sometimes we spend time alone, actually everything is happiness. They are not now one is more happier than other, maybe subjective. But everything you are happier, you are enjoying it actually. Then that's correct. Sir, please share the question if possible. Which question you want to know? Okay. So 1 minute. I'll just take this. So I'm just reading their questions, Vivek. Don't worry. So and Vivek has one thing statement. Sir, please ask SME to share the link for videos. See, we intentionally don't share the videos. Otherwise, you would have kept in the PPTs. You should search in the YouTube. Suppose Anna Dore auto driver if you type. You may get some other videos also. Know what is the wrong if you watch. Finally, you should know about him. TED Talk Prashant Nair, you will get it. But what is the use of this? It is just small some videos that we suggest, but your artificial intelligence in your YouTube or algorithms of your YouTube identifying your interest, and these are if you consider these videos as a treasure, there are many more treasures you will get it. Many such great videos are available. They will recommend you. So you're trying the YouTube, please, Vivek ji. So Tehsin says, I watched Anna Dore video and he is so inspiring and made his low profile job, according to some people, very interesting and give the message to you that no job is small. Yes, Tehsin, you're right. I heard a news that Elon Musk and his team has introduced a chip in the brain and it was successful. I'm not sure about it, Karthik. So, Sakshi says actually, sir, how to identify our aptitude ourselves. So just try and experimenting. And normally we should have done before 15 years. Now also no problem. Those who have a time, patience, and everything. In generally, after at least graduation, if you have a time, explore in different fields. Can you become a singer, actor, painting? Try everything and see what is something that is natural to you. You can do it easily compared to other people. And finally, whether you are a poor, which economic class, where do you need a job? So how to use it? So you have to check on that. So keep experimenting in the different fields. That is one way to know. One student has this actually question. Sir, after 10th class, I can't go, I couldn't go to college. I completed till my degree with 85%. This is my strength. What can I do with that? So now, normally, if somebody can getting 85% in a college, in generally, there is it is good. We are appreciating. There is no doubt actually. But in fact, that may not show any aptitude also because many times in our graduation, we can write in the exam without understanding also. I have done graduation. Of course, in my graduation, I got 73%, but definitely I did not have that kind of knowledge when I completed graduation. So that's why only getting the marks will not show anything. You need to identify what are the other things that you have. Some people have photographic memory, they can see something and remember, or singing, dancing, everything, or you just know whatever you know, you can explain to others. That is identifying. Then which are the jobs are available where I can use this aptitude and make money, or get respect, or get happiness, whatever you want to do, that or service. Another, I have taxi with full facilities and he know the multiple languages. Okay. This is spoon feeding. At least they're giving us the name of the video and where to find it. Yeah. कोई धंधा छोटा नहीं होता और धंधे से भरा कोई धर्म नहीं होता. So there is no work is cheaper. Correct. Okay. Another given 7 TEDx talks actually and gives full types of facilities in his auto. Okay, that's very good actually to know. And free ride for teacher. I'm good in drawing and I write exams with a little effort. I am in our basketball team and also then my aptitude is. So yes, you can have a various aptitudes also. Just see what do you want with aptitude. We may have so many aptitude like Sakshi. Whether you want money, you want to earn money with that, you want to do job actually, and identify the areas where it is useful and use that. Suppose drawing, painting, the paint. There many people earn lakhs of rupees in painting. Check whether it is can possible. Now suppose basketball. Now we're playing and starting the new career in basketball is difficult. Where can you use that skill and fitness in the other areas? So if anybody has any different aptitude, you have to identify the jobs which are available and see where you can use it and get whatever you want it. You're not best in any one of them, don't worry. Just you no need to be best actually. There is, just we have to be better than other people so that we can compete and get it. Yes, friends, let us continue our journey. I have an aptitude for copying the others' sign and printing. So Samiksh, okay, sorry. One of the aspirant has this aptitude, and our other aspirants will guide us where you can use them. Okay, Samiksha. Oh, sorry, I did not use the word Samiksha. Somebody has an aptitude of copying others and signing. So other aspirants will give us a suggestion. Let's go further. Now, as you know, this CSAT civil service aptitude test is there. We want to make sure that these people who clear this examination can, after undergoing the training, they should be able to become, after undergoing training and working as probationary officer, they should become successful IAS, IPS, and IRS and other officer. Some basic abilities that we expect as a part of our exam is ability to learn the new concepts. Now, no matter actually how many coaching institutions you attend or you study on your own, that is your choice. But you should have ability to learn the new concept. As an administrator, you have to take so many decisions in the future, and to take decision, you need to know the knowledge. You should know how to learn any new concept. That is why any teacher say anything, you should not limit to that. How to do value addition, how to see that whether it is right or wrong, how to fact check something. So that you have to know. Identify the problems. So as a civil service aspirant, you should be able to identify the various problems that is present in our society. There are many problems, maybe related to tribals, women, children, poor, people who are in the hilly areas, etc, etc. These are few examples, and if you observe different section of society, you know that they have so many problems, and what are the practical solutions that we have within the constitutional framework, within the resources that we have, within the technology that we have. And you should aware of the different people, their festivals, their culture, what are the sensitive issues that is associated with the different section of society. Because you are dealing with common people, same like kidupaka, you find okay it is wrong and you arrest them, that is not a solution. Somebody is doing open defecation, you go and arrest them, that may not be a solution. Domestic violence, you see that, for example, husband beating wife, you has arrested husband, put in jail, but that can that be a solution, or is it the only solution? So we should have the cultural sensitivity and diversity of awareness and how to deal with them, and you should be able to take the decision which is legal, rational, and the ethical. When many case studies are asked, the final decision that you arrive at, you should be legal, based on the logic, and it should be ethical also. Your written communication skills are checked in the mains examination. Oral communication skills are checked in the interview. And your time management is checked through prelims, mains, interview, everything, actually, all these three stages. And through various questions, they will also check your leadership abilities. These are the natural abilities that you should have, so that if we give the training, it is there is high chances that you will become a successful civil servant. That is what they're trying to know through the prelims, mains, and interview. Okay. So now in our syllabus, we have this content, concept, a topic, aptitude and foundational values. Now we know what is aptitude and what are the other foundational values that is required for a civil servant is this. So integrity, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, dedication, empathy, compassion, and tolerance. These are the foundational values which are mentioned in the syllabus. It is there in the syllabus itself. And if you remember and recall, we have discussed all these foundational values. These are other desirable values which are not mentioned in the syllabus. Which are not mentioned in the syllabus, but as a civil service aspirant, you should have awareness about this. And that is why first you have to think on your own and find your own definition. So please, this is a homework actually, because it is not mentioned in the syllabus. So but still you are expected to know. Please make a homework actually. So for each of the value, try to make one page notes, not everything together. One page for one value, at least one side of a page, that is minimum. It can include some definition. Simple word, what do you understand by this? Actually try to give the definition and why this is important in general, and why in the civil services is it important in the civil services, and some examples of the people or incidents where these examples can be useful. So ask these questions and also some quotes and brainy quotes. If you go and you will get it, this quote. So it is advisable that you know these values which are though not in the syllabus, you are expected. For example, before you check in the internet, you have to think on your own. Okay, forgiveness. What is this forgiveness? Do we have to forgive everybody and anyone actually? Or any only some situation we need to forgive? Why do we have to forgive? Why we should not forgive? Can you think something about this? The word forgiveness without searching in the internet. What's your take on this forgiveness? So one of these aspirants says, "Sir, I lack communication skills. What should I do? Learn communication skill. It requires vocabulary. Learn the different words related to that. Whenever you come across new words, note down the antonym synonym of it. Talk to people and observe actually whether you are able to communicate well whatever you wanted to, and learn from them. Take their feedback. Talk to the diverse people. Learn the vocabulary. Watch videos related to communication skills. So you have plenty of options. And one problem is mostly common in society is seeing the status of people and treated them as like it is. Yes, Lakshmi, it is a big problem. We need to change. According to one student, I think she's suggesting for Sakshi that she can copy the sign and printing. You can become a content writer. How content writer and copying the sign are related, I'm not sure of it. Okay, now coming back to the forgiveness. माफ कर देना सबको सबको माफ कर देना क्षमाधान क्षमाधान we should forgive but not forget. Forget is also good, I think. Let's we see. We should not give it to everyone. It is based on the situation. Some mistake done by our junior, so encourage and forgive them. Encourage us. If some mistake done by our junior, encourage and forgive them. I'm just reading whatever others are writing. Accepting the people's mistake, if then we can forgive. Whenever people betray you, forget and forgive. Forget also, forgive also. Sir, one who has does the wrong things is human, but one who forgive them is a divine thing actually, a record. Yes, Chandrasekhar, I understood your problem actually. Lakshmi says forgiveness is play very important role. If we forgive, then happy, and also the others happy. The weak can never forgive, and forgiveness is an attribute of strong. Gandhiji. Uttam kshama kshama virasya bhushanam. Okay, so again, kshama is a quality of a brave person. Okay, listen to me. No one who feel guilty personally forgive them. Forgiveness. So in this way, first you need to think on your own. It's good that you are able to get some points. After that, then you check in the internet to know more about it. For example, see this forgiveness. When the topic of forgiveness will come, somebody has cheated me, manipulated me, and because of some person, there is a loss of my time, loss of my money, or loss of my reputation, image, something that has happened. Now I have two options. Either I can let it go, or I can excuse that person, or I can take anger or the revenge on that person. Now, anger is just one letter less than danger. Now, if I have a revenge or anger on somebody, I remain occupied with that negative sentiment, and I'm just losing my personal life because I'm thinking always about that. So even if I lose 1 lakh rupees, no problem. At least I should take 10,000 rupees from that person. We might feel like that. We are always waiting for an opportunity to take the revenge, making so many plans so that that person's life get destroyed or something. So it is affecting our life. It affects our future because what is my future depends upon what I'm doing in present. So it's affect. So that is why we need to forgive. No, forgive that doesn't mean that you are letting that person or an action, everything go without any consequences. When somebody has done something that is legally punishable, suppose Vivek ji takes, suppose he wanted some 5 lakh rupees money. I have taken the document and he has written in that signature, everything is there. I have transferred online and 5 lakh rupees. He told I will give after 1 month. And after 1 month, and I am asking, and that person say, sir, I don't know who are you? I don't pay. Now, but I have the proofs and everything. Now I can go to the court actually or the police station, get it resolved actually. And suppose of cheating, just one example, if anybody, that person may face legal consequences. But I need to forget the loss that has happened actually to me. That is called as forgiveness. But if sometimes I like suppose somebody asked me money 50,000 rupees, I have given in a cash, no proofs, nothing, and he told that sir, it's a very emergency. I will give you after 1 week, and after 2 weeks when I ask him, and again he says that no, I can't pay. Now I don't have any proofs or something. Actually, then we have no other option to let it go and learn the lesson. Even forget that incident. Also learn the lesson. Next time, suppose you are giving the money, and if you want it to be returned, you make sure that some legal way that you follow it actually. So something that you can do. So you learn, but you are removing that incident in your life actually. And that is known as forgiveness. It is required in all this situation. After that, go to internet and type forgiveness essay. You will get so many articles and then try to make a notes on this. Okay, so please try to make a notes of 1 page and at least one topic. Today, you select any one topic out of this. Maybe forgiveness and make a notes. Tomorrow, leadership and then perseverance and then this. So 5 days, 5 topics. Okay, hope you will do that. Vivek says, sir, only 5 lakh, it is too less. Then I'll share my account number. Please transfer it, Vivek ji. So that hope you are a very honest person. And as I'm telling that I have given it to you in front of all. So he is saying that it is too less. So he's also returning. Okay, I'll open it in the public. Then you text that and I'll give my account number to you, Vivek. You can fully forgive without trusting, and if punishing the person is keeping his family hungry for a forgivable thing, he shall be forgived. Okay, so hope you understood about something about forgiveness. Now, as a civil servant or a public servant in general, or a civil servant specifically, you are expected to have these foundational values. Which are they? The values that we discussed, like integrity, commitment, dedication, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, sympathy, and compassion, tolerance. All of these are when civil servant have these values, because he knows that there are so many poor and weaker section of society that are say facing the problem. Every decision I take that is important, so they do their job well, so that civil services will become efficient and effective. The civil service, our civil servant will become efficient and effective. Many times they will be taking the discretionary power. Normally law will tell whom to give tender, whom to give punishment. There will be sometimes this person has some freedom to take the decision. Though this person eligible on some grounds, we can give the contract to another person, or when all are eligible, who has to be given the tender, you have the freedom to decide. If I do not have these values, if I have the discretionary power, I may use it for my own benefit. But if I have these ethical values, I use it for the welfare of people. I'll make sure that the government benefit reach to the people whom it's supposed to reach, so that the discrimination based on the caste, region, religion will come down. Social equality, they can enjoy their fundamental rights. Political equality or political justice, the poverty will decreases, inequality will decreases, and they start earning the money, economic justice. So the diverse section of society are getting the education, skill, health, job opportunities are being created. So that lead to the inclusive growth, and we will also conserve the environment, and that is leading to the sustainable development. So all these are the impact, or why, impact of the foundational values, and why they are called as the foundational values. As a civil servant, when you have these values, all these things can be achieved. That is why it is called as the foundational values. Okay, hope it is clear. Now, once again, there is small question that is given to you. I just want you to think about this question for 2 minutes, as always, and give me some 3 points only. 2 minutes. They are talking about some steps actually. I want you to understand minimum 3 steps you give me. That's all. 2 minutes, 3 steps. I will answer your question, Lakshmi. Minimum 3 steps, maximum no limits. Good, good. Once I explain, you will understand, Vivek, whether it's right or wrong. You only get the answer. Yes, friends. So thank you for your participation. Now listen to my explanation. Okay. So whoever, if somebody has written, please post it and then listen to my explanation. So before I explain this, one student has this question. Sir, I have ability to understand easily, explain in a better way. I can convince most of the people, communicate in a better way. So all this without the fear. Which are the streams I'm suitable? So actually many jobs are suitable if you have all these qualities. You can of course try to become a teacher. You can try in the marketing. Every job is good actually, whatever that is suitable for you. And you can, if based on the degree, that of course you can also work as an HR. You can do a startup related to this industry. You can become a politician also. Okay, now there's one. Sir, in my neighbor are actually wife is a judge and husband is a lawyer. They told me about a small trash in my compound wall, and she said that mosquitoes are produced by the trash. I will take legal action. Now, then I said, please clean beside your house. There is a huge empty and dirty place. Am I wrong? So, first, if there is a trash in our compound wall, do we have to clean? Yes, it is good. We need to clean. It is good for ourselves also and other people also. Or somebody is just actually, I will take legal action if you don't clean trash in your compound wall. No, that is wrong actually. At least first they can tell, they can request you, they can guide you, they can advise you. That is all correct. They can't take legal action. Then you told that please clean the other place, empty and dirty place actually. If that is belongs to them, then they will clean. Otherwise, if it is related to a common property, then the local authority we need to inform, they will clean. So if you said that actually you clean, it may be wrong. If that property belongs to them, then only you can tell them. If it is a public property, we should tell the local authority to clean. And anything, this issue can be resolved, should be resolved with small negotiation and general talks. Now, please listen to me. Now, they have given a statement, and after the statement, they are asking, what steps have you taken? This is important. To improve your ethical competence to handle such responsibility. So, taken, I will explain. To improve the ethical competence. So, ethical competence means awareness of what is right and wrong, awareness about what is right and what is wrong, and then having a strong will to follow ethics, strong will to follow whatever that is considered to be the right thing. This is known as ethical competence. If I am writing the answer, I would have written this in the introduction. Ethical competence is about having the awareness about what is right and wrong and having a strong will to follow the right. As a civil service aspirant, these are the steps I have taken to improve my ethical competence. So because the question they're asking is, have you taken? Some of you are written, I will maintain transparency, accountability, I will utilize the funds well and all. You should not write what you will do once you become an officer. If any of you have written here, that is not the answer. What, as in now you are a civil service aspirant. Tomorrow when you become a civil servant, you have so much of ethical responsibility and you take a decision. You are in a very powerful position. Your decision will have an impact on the lakhs of people. You will be handling crores of rupees. And in order to reach that situation, what are all the things that you have already done? In fact, as a civil service aspirant, now you are not only you are reading the books, there are so many other areas you should focus, and that they are asking. First thing, so what can be the answer? Some of the expected points here. So first thing, now I should know what is right and wrong, and then I should follow. So what are the steps I'm taking as a civil service aspirant? Because first thing, I'm going planning to become a civil servant. Like for a Hindu, like Bhagavad Gita is considered to be important. For a Muslim, Quran is important. For a Christian, Bible is important. In the same way, for every citizen, especially for a civil service aspirant, Constitution is important. So I'll talk about, actually, I know that constitution is an important to become a very good civil servant. So I am understanding the importance of the constitution and trying to know the importance of the values which are mentioned in the constitution. This is one step. So in order to get practical awareness about what is right and wrong, I am learning the concept of right and wrong from the various thinkers and philosophers. Various thinkers and philosophers. So then I'll give example. For example, from Mahatma Gandhi's Talisman, this is what I learned. From Saint Thomas Aquinas' Cardinal Virtues, this is what I learned. Now, in order to get practical understanding, I am started watching the TED Talks. For example, recently I watched the TED Talk of D. Rupa IPS, and this is what I learned. From Prashant Nair, this is what I learned. So this is knowing what is right and wrong. To know what is right and wrong, actually, I'm watching TED Talks, thinkers, philosopher, constitution, everything. I can also write actually learning what is right and wrong from the different leaders. Sorry. Okay, different leaders, reformers, administrators, and even the common people. I am learning what is right and wrong, how to live a life from all of this. For example, from Baba Amte, this is what I learned. From Sudhamurti, this is what I learned. All this is learning what is right and wrong from leaders, reformers, administrators, common people, from constitution, thinkers, philosopher, TED Talks. Then in order to inculcate those values in my life, for example, whenever we have a discussion actually with other people, I will listen to the other point of view also. I will have a discussion. I don't argue. So discussion, I will tell my opinion. I will also listen to the other people's opinion. I try to understand the situation from the facts and evidences because objectivity is important. Recently, I suppose I visited an orphanage and spent some time with these people and was able to understand the world from their perspective. And old age homes I visited. So in fact, these are all the things that you are supposed to do this actually. And I know that self control is important. In order to improve my self control, for example, I practice yoga. If you are doing it, you can write it. I do meditation, I do fasting, everything. So in this way, in order to inculcate empathy, sympathy, compassion, what are all the things that you are doing and how you are learning what is right and wrong? This is called learning, and this is called inculcation. So I'm internalizing. How? But through the practice. These are the steps that is expected from. Now, keeping these points in the mind, any doubts that you have related to this question? So hope, Prerna, you understood the question now in a bit different way or in a better way. So what is the conclusion for this? So in the introduction, I will write what is ethical competence. In the body, I will write the steps. In this way, as a civil service aspirant, I am not only focusing on the it's not only focusing on improving the knowledge about our country, but I am improving my ethical values. This case. So as a civil service aspirant, in order to become a very good, in order to become a responsible civil servant, I am not only improving my knowledge, that is to understand the country, I am also inculcating ethical values. So otherwise I'm not only focusing on improving my professional competences, but also ethical competences. This can be your conclusion. See, what is this question is saying? Now you are a civil service aspirant. Tomorrow, when you become a civil servant, you will be handling the power. There are your decisions make an impact on the people. To become a civil servant, what are the steps that you have taken? I am preparing for prelims mains interview. No, that is not sufficient. Along with this knowledge, there are so many other things also you should do. What are the different things that you are doing so that you will become the very good civil servant in the future? That is the question. Okay, Samiksha ji, got it? In question, we have to write the foundational ethical values. Yes, Rutika. How you are learning that? That's the question. Vedashree says, Sir, I've started practicing honesty every situation. I'll feel truthful. It will affect me adversely. I'll try to be truthful. I'm trying to become more empathetic. I'm keeping patience. Yes, these are also the answers are good points actually, Vedashree. Interaction with surrounding society. That's a good point, Sarita ji. Listening to the real problems encountered by the civil servant. Yes, these are also the good points, Sarita. Transparency, accountability, privacy, that all you will follow after you clear this examination in generally. But if you want to write how you maintain transparency now, is it relevant, you may write it. Bringing discipline before explanation about the question is my way of thinking is different. After explanation, I understood. That is why these questions are given, Lakshmi. Okay, or we discuss in this way. So that's why question answers are important. So with practice, 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 it makes our human life better. Okay, hope this question is clear to you. Listening to the problems of my college mates and helping them in several ways, that is also correct point, but you make sure that what you are helping them. Suppose they want some drugs and they know where to get it, they're suffering from that, and you are helping them to get the drugs, that may not be correct. You know that is correct. In generally what problems they face and how you are helping them, that is important. Okay, just for fun, Sakshi, but yes, that's a good point. Now we are going to this case study. Okay. See, now listen to me. Before going to this case study itself is a journey of around 20 minutes. Now, what happens? Some case studies we have seen earlier, comparatively, they are shorter case studies, short in the length. Sometimes UPSC gives us a case studies where the question itself is more than 400 words. We need to write answer in 250 words only, but question is 450 words. There are three paragraphs, four paragraphs will be there. We read first paragraph, second, third, fourth, and by the time we complete fourth paragraph, we may forget what is there in the first paragraph. But the biggest challenge is you should read all the 450 words or 400 plus words, understand, plan, and write around 250 words. All this should happen within 14 minutes because you have only 20 marks even for a lengthy question also. How to address this? We will understand it carefully. So for that, what you have to do, you will see that. Sir, you are in which region? Aren't you feeling cold? So we'll start. Avani, as of now, I am not feeling cold. In generally, this area is not cold actually. Now I am in Bengaluru, so it is not too cold actually. As many of the people in morning batch, especially, we take the class for morning batch at 6 o'clock. So I have to start my wake up at 4 o'clock and journey at 5 o'clock, and then not too much cold because I stayed in Delhi and other places we know. So in Bengaluru, it is not much cold. Okay, now we'll back to the case study. Thank you for the question. So now the lengthier case studies will be there. How to address, we will see. Now please follow my instruction. There is a paragraph that will show you to you. Read as fast as possible and try to understand this. Okay. Please focus here now. Go through this slide, please. Once you have done, give us a thumb or say yes. Once you completed this. Oh, some people have already done. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. We'll give few more time. Yeah. By this time, you should have completed as majority of our aspirants are done. Now, what will you do in the real life exam also? Once you completed this paragraph, you should recall. Now, this case study in simple words. If anybody has not studied also, please focus here because we may not come to this slide again. So, who am I here? Municipal Commissioner. What is happened? There was a multi-purpose mall that is being constructed, and related to this, the roof has collapsed. Roof collapsed. What happened? It led to the death of some people, and also severe other people have injured, and there is an inquiry that is to be conducted. So that what I'm trying to tell, after reading that, you should have a simple glance. What is the summary? Okay, I am municipal commissioner. There was a mall that is being constructed, and the roof got collapsed, and a few people died, and few people are severely injured. And we need to know why this is done as a municipal commissioner in a city, and this is my responsibility. So there was a force to bring the inquiry. This is what there in the first paragraph. Okay, hope this is clear to you now. Now, please read this on your own. Read honestly, and once it is done, yes, you can show the thumb or yeses. So if some 10 people said yes, then at least we'll go ahead. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now listen to me. Suppose somebody who's completed or not completed, still listen to me. So now once again, I'm a municipal commissioner, multi-purpose mall, collapse of roof. Some people died, some people injured. We have done inquiry. In that inquiry, what we did, we find out the material that is used for the construction, the poor quality. We told to construct one basement according to law, but these people have constructed additional basement. Normally, the proper inspection should be done. The person who's supposed to do ignored it, not given much importance to it, overlooked it. So there was a this this mall has occupied a green belt in an urban area. There are some areas are dedicated for planting the trees actually, and this mall has occupied even that area. Now, if there is a main road, in order to connect this main road, there is a slip road also will be there, connecting road that has also occupied. So they've encroached it actually. So this is what you identified. So multi-purpose mall is being constructed. Material is not good quality. Violation of the law. Neglected by officer. Encroachment of the area that is supposed to be for planting the trees and slip road. Hope this is clear to you now. Thank you. Then please read this. Yes, Chandrasekhar, you are right. Slip road means connecting road. Good. Let's we see. So there was one officer who has given the permission for this construction, and that previous officer was connected to me as a professionally because this person is my senior. This person also connected to me because this person is my friend. It appears that there are many people are involved in this so-called big issue that has happened, and now colleagues are telling you to go slow in the inquiry because there is very powerful people are involved, the builder. So there are two important people here. One person who has given the permission. With respect to the permission, I have both personal and the private relationship. Another person who might have done all this not so good material, everything, builder actually, very powerful person. Okay, this is what I need to remember. Small recap of all the points. I'm a municipal commissioner, multi-purpose mall, roof collapse, death of few people, serious injury, and we done an inquiry. Material not good quality. Additional basement was constructed, neglected during inspection, occupied the green belt, slip road, and that person who is given the permission is, I know him personally, this builder. So this, there may be some problem with the person who has given permission is my friend also, senior also. Another mistake may be done by builder, but this is very powerful person, but I need to deal with this. So the last slide, I do not explain intentionally. I want you to understand this actually. After reading this, please now, don't read now. After reading this, please focus on the structure of the answer. Like, what do we write first, the what do we write then, actually that is important. After that, just focus on the structure. Then final selected course of action. What is your course of action? Think on these lines actually. Once again, I'm opening it to the public. So once you have done this, actually give some points related to this. Only 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I'll discuss this answer, or 2 to 3 minutes. Just think about it, plan your answer. If you cannot write in the comment section, it is fine, but I want you to focus here and plan. If you are writing the answer, what could have been the introduction, body, conclusion, that, this, everything. Once you have given your opinion, observe others' opinion and see if there is any value addition that you can get from others' answers. Last 30 seconds. If you are typing something, please post it. Okay, friends. Thank you for your participation. Now we are closing for a public chat actually, but still you can of course continue to message the privately. Now I will give explanation to this actually. So please listen to me for the next 10 to 15 minutes. After that, if you have any doubt, you can think even about the doubt. So first Shravana. Shravana means listening. Listening with the intention of understanding. After that, anyhow will give the time, you will get all the doubts actually. Okay, first thing, we need to focus on the structure of answer. So what is this actually? So we need to write introduction as always for every case study that we are following. We need to write introduction. So we will see what to write in the introduction. After writing some introduction, now what is the first question? Discuss the ethical issues involved. So I will use the word A because that is used in the question. I will write a side heading, the ethical issues involved. So ethical issues are involved in the above situation. I will write this and I will write some ethical values. Ethical issues. How to write? I will tell you. Now, after writing the ethical issues, what is the question they're asking? What are the options available to you in this situation? Now I will write the B. Options available to me. Options available to me in these situations. Options available to me in this situation. Because ABCD they have already written, I will choose whenever they want me to choose the option. Ideally, I will choose three options. Two is too less, four is too much, so I will follow middle part. Three is usually generally considered to be a good number of options. I'll choose option one, I'll choose option 2, and I'll choose option 3. I will write this separately because separately it is asked. After that, they are asking evaluate each of these option. So that's why what I will do, I will write C here and I will write the side heading evaluation of the options. Evaluation of the options. Under this, first option I will write and what is the plus and minus of it. Second option I will write and I will analyze it. Third option I will write and I will analyze it. And then explain your selected course of action. So now I will write actually D, that is selected course of action. Selected the course of action. So what is that course of action? I will explain actually what is my selected course of action. I will explain. Then I will write conclusion. So this is called as the structure of answer. How we are created, it is just based on the subheadings, the sub question that is asked. Whenever they ask in the ABCD, it is advisable to use this and the same pattern we need to follow. There may be a sub marks that is given, we do not know, but whatever is required to answer that question, we'll write. One A may be only 4 points, B may be have the 3 points, C may have the 10 points. No problem, don't worry about it actually. They have not given specifically, but you should be able to divide how much ever content is required, you will write it. So then a selected course of action. Now, after this, okay, so this is called the structure. Now, please listen to me. First, we need to write introduction. So now if you can see that actually the moment I understood the structure, there is so much of content that I have already in the body of the answer. When there is so much of content, we can reduce the introduction. We no need to elaborate so much. As simple introduction as possible. I can just simply write, for example, the value that is required to face the situation. As a municipal commissioner, there is some problem happened, I want to take action. If you see that, the builder says, if you favor the builder, you if you favor the builder, I will get fortune. That is temptation. Or if I'm not ready to favor the builder, somebody is ready to file a false complaint. So that is called as the pressure. So one of the good value to write is here is integrity. So this is understanding. How to write the answer? I'll start answer with this. So the above situation is a test of my integrity in the role of municipal commissioner. Integrity is about following the ethics in our life without getting influenced by the temptation and not getting succumbed to the pressure. That's all. Introduction is over. If you want, you can write a stakeholder, like myself as a municipal commissioner, the people who have severely injured, the people who lost their life, the builder, my senior officer, other employees, that this, but not necessary for this question because we have so much of content. Now after writing the introduction, you have to write ethical issues. In simple, now understand, whenever they ask ethical issues, what is it? It is the analysis of case study, analysis of the case study of the situation or the case that is given to you from the perspective of what is right and what is wrong. Ethics means right and wrong. So we will analyze the whole situation in terms of what went right and what went wrong. That is known as ethical issues. When you are analyzing this situation from right and wrong, you can see, do I have any important topics here, like, sympathy, empathy, compassion comes here? Do we have any problems here? What are the debates, like means versus end debates are there? Do we have any conflicts here, dilemmas here, questions are here? You can do everything. Now, those who remember this, actually, the case study that is given to us, please listen to this. Now, there is an accident happened here. It is, now listen to me carefully. If you remember that entire case study that is given to us, here the accident, whatever the disaster that is happened, roof has collapsed, can be called as a disaster. The problem is created by what? The problem is created by powerful people. Material is not you good and everything, powerful people. And but problems are being faced by disadvantaged section of society. Poor people lost their lives, they got severely injured. This is one ethical issue, wrong thing that is happening. We need to see what went right, what went wrong. What is the wrong here? The problem is, in the above situation, the disaster is created by the powerful people, but the problems are being faced by the weaker section of society, disadvantaged section of society, those laborers who come from far off the places for their survival. Writing this in one statement is known as one ethical issue. The builder who has used the material which is of not good quality, that is given in the question. What is our analysis? In this case, the builder is giving priority to the profit, not for the safety and sustainability. If that person is given for a safety and sustainability, he wouldn't have done that. So he, in the above case, the builder is giving priority to the profit but not to the safety and sustainability. That is one issue, that is wrong thing that is happening here. So they have, so this goes, this we are talking about material. And if you see, there is an additional basement is constructed. Additional basement is constructed. So usually they allow, one basement plus 3 floors, two basement plus 5 floors, based on the soil quality and everything. There was analysis they should have followed, but they have constructed additional basement. That shows lack of respect or fear towards the law of the land. Normally we should have respect. If not respect, at least you should have fear. If it violate somebody, they may come tomorrow and collapse our building. But no respect, no law. That public service has overlooked this situation that is given in the question, neglected. When he come for inspection, that person would have, he or she should have seen this everything clearly. Normally public servants should have a great reputation. The many people have give a great respect for the public services because they have so much of power, they can transform the society. They should have dedication, they should have dedication. But here we are seeing the negligence of that officer. Now the green belt is occupied, that is given in our question. So green belt is occupied. Every point that we are writing, we are taking from the question itself. So many of these environmental laws, they are very strict when they are making, but when coming to the implementation, they are neglected. The same thing is seen in the above situation. Those people are trying to deviate me through the fortune. They are told that they will give me fortune. So that means they're in the above case study, the builder is trying to deviate me from the path of ethics through temptation. So, but I should have a self-control. And they say, if you don't agree, somebody is ready to file a post case. That means in India, laws are there to protect the, some of the laws are there pro women. If you don't want to use the word weaker section, you can use that. In India, some of the laws are pro women, they are in the favor of women. So to protect the weaker section of society, to make sure that they are not facing the injustice. But it is very unfortunate that some women are misusing it. Some women are misusing the very law that is there to protect them. Writing this are known as critical analysis, observation, or ethical issues. What went right, what went wrong, or what should have been reality, what is happening. Writing this is known as ethical issue. In exam, you may write 4 or 5 points, but we have given all possible points. And all the points, if you have listened to us, and it is there in the question itself. After that, I told that you need to choose the three options. Some of these options can be like, I'll take a decision in such a way that favoring the builder, that I can give a report that there is no problem with the builder. When everything goes well also, sometimes roof collapses, right? So I can give a report that there is no problem with builder and get the money that he's ready to offer. Second one is withdrawing from the role of investigation. Array, this is so many complicated people are involved, I will transfer this responsibility to somebody else. Second, third one, departmental investigation and taking the appropriate action on the people. We will do the entire, this is preliminary inquiry only. We do the deep investigation. Why this permission was given, why they have occupied, why they constructed additional basin, why material was not good and everything. And whoever is involved in the mistake, whoever has violated the law of the land, all will face the legal consequences. That is the third option. When you are choosing the three option, one option can be entirely wrong, one option can be entirely right, another option is not completely right, not completely wrong also. Suppose in the middle part. Now every middle path is not correct. Now this is called options. Now we need to evaluate. Again, when you are evaluating, you may write 1 plus 1 minus, because 250 words we need to write. But to and make you understand in a better way, we are using many points. Anyhow, these PPTs you will get it. So no need to write down. Make sure that you understand. What is my first option? I will take decision in such a way that I favor the builder. What is the merit of this? It is easy and safe temporarily, because very powerful people are involved. I am also favoring, so it's very easy decision, and they will protect me if there is any further legal consequences, so I am also safe. And because my senior also may be involved, who has given permission, and he is my friend also, I can save my friendship. This is the merit of following the first option. But there are people who lost their life, and it is happening because of negligence of these people. And when we don't take any action, like, these incidents will continue. We are disrespecting the value of the life of the common people. That is why this option is wrong. It is also against the Mahatma Gandhi's talisman, because it says that we need to take a decision in favor of weaker section. But here I am taking the decision against the weaker section. As a value conscious person, as a civil servant, and if I favor, the rich people and neglected or injustice to the poor, I may face crisis of conscience. These are the negatives of this is how you evaluate the option, with merits and demerits, pros and cons. You can write in paragraph, bullet points, flowchart, all are allowed. Again, those who are attending from the day one, you can understand Gandhiji's talisman, crisis of conscience, everything. Now, second option is withdrawing from the role of investigation. What is the advantages of this? So somebody is ready to file a false complaint, but I can escape because I am not doing, somebody else will do. So intentionally we have given one merit and three merit to tell you it is not necessary that you will have an equal number of merits and demerits. Actually, merits can be less, demerits can be more, or opposite. But if I withdraw from the role of investigation, I am trying to escape from the responsibility. But as a civil servant, you should not escape from the responsibility. You should face that. And it is absence of moral courage. Moral courage is the courage required to take right decision in spite of the adverse consequences. But I am going against it. And it is also against the Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative, which says that you have to take a decision in such a way that you become role model to others. Escaping is not a role model. The last option is we conduct an investigation and take an appropriate action, whoever has made a mistake. So what is the merit of this? It is integrity, following the ethics. Whatever is right, we are doing. It is also right according to the Max Weber bureaucracy model, which says that you have to do your duty properly. And I'm just doing my duty. Whoever is wrong, we'll give punishment. But it would be very challenging, because very powerful people are involved. They may give me threat calls, transfer me, and all. So personal growth also may be affected. This is called options analysis. Now, once I've done option analysis, what to do? Very simple. There are people who are severely injured. Make sure that immediate treatment is given to them. There are people who lost their family members. They make sure that we'll give compensation to them, those whoever is alive. We will conduct investigation. Whoever has made a mistake, we will give punishment to them. There may be many challenges. We will be ready to face. Somebody is filing a false complaint. I believe in the law of the land. That only will write. immediate medical support to the people who are severely injured, compensation to the people who lost their family members, investigation, appropriate action, maintaining transparency, taking the decision based on the facts and evidences. With respect to Poshak, believe in the law of the land. There are three things which cannot be long hidden: sun, moon, and the truth. And this is conclusion. Finally, respect for the human life is much above the friendship and personal benefits. And here, actual problem like building their, constructing more basement material they are using wrong. There are many other issues to be addressed. But in the question, now we have only 250 words. So one safely will also write, I will take the required long-term measures to reform the administration to avoid the such incidences happening in the future. This is the entire answer. If you have attended from the day one, it is looks very simple, I think, to you. If anybody who is not attended, it says, sir, you went so fast. I went so fast because many of these concepts were earlier repeated in the previous case studies. Now you can ask any doubts that you have. Can we write laws are women centric? If we not women centric, they are pro women. Some of the laws in India are pro women. We can write this, Vivek. Sir, the first and second points are favoring the builder. First point is favoring the builder. Second point, actually, we don't know the person who is coming next is in favor of builder or not, but I will escape. That is it. So, hope the answer is clear. If somebody wants to go for a webinar and you need a break, of course, you can leave. But if you have a doubt, I'm happy to answer that question. Thank you. Thank you, all friends. So now, as far as the classes, actually will not be further discussion, but if there is any doubts, I will answer. Sir, the people in Africa have black skin. The question is, what is the color of the teeth of the babies who are born in Africa? The answer is, when the baby is born, there is no teeth. I think they will also have white teeth only. Okay, the question we may ask actually, what is the color of teeth when the babies are born in Africa? So answer can be, normally we say no, they are white. So maybe actual answer is no, they don't have the teeth. So Jhansi Rani, so that's a good thought. Thank you, friends. Sir, is class over? Yes, Monica ji, class is over. As I told you, uh, I'll be taking some doubts. So Mustafa says actually, beautiful presentation, sir. Thank you, Mustafa. Sir, there is webinar class. You are telling that there is class, or you are asking? If you are asking, I'm not sure. If you are informing me, that's good. Yes. So, how are you getting confidence in the case studies? Are you understanding case studies? And did you are you finding it easy, moderate, difficult? How is your journey of ethics? Now we are in the day 8 actually. A bit slightly more than 50% is completed. Close to 50% is still there in our ethics. Okay, so we have a science and tech webinar. Okay. Yes, please. Those who want to attend, please, you can go ahead. Sir, in favoring the builder section, first 10 points correct how? So, in favoring the builder, see, this is a plus means actually they are not correct actually. I am saying what is the advantage of following this. Now, if I take a decision in a favor of builder, what is the advantages to me as a municipal commissioner? It is easy and safe. I can also save my friendship. They are, I'm not saying they are right. They are advantages to the municipal commissioner. These are the challenges that they face. So I'm very curious to ask you this question. As you teach us ethics, if other platforms offer you more money to join them, will you join? That is not unethical, Kirti. Even if I join, in Kirti wants to know if other platforms offer you. I'm a freelancer. I'm associated with many institutions, in fact. So if somebody, suppose whoever is a freelancer, and if they take the classes in other institutions, it is not unethical. And if I'm a regular employee, after following the proper process and resigning from this organization and then join other organization, then also it is not unethical, it is not wrong actually. Okay, Kirti. Thank you, Vaishnav, so that you are understanding now. So, Karthik, merit of choosing this option. Yes, that is a merit or advantages of choosing this option. So, thank you, Tarun. Yes, Kirti, convinced? Okay, thank you. So, those who are getting late, you can leave for the webinar or take break for 5 minutes. Of course, you can have tea and listen to class also. Okay, Kirti got convinced. But while working in the same company as a regular employee, then at the same time, if you are working in the competitive company also, then it is unethical. Thank you, Navya. Last 1 minute, I'll stay if there is any doubts. Otherwise, as you are going to enjoy the webinar, sir, on the last slide, what are those three things written? Okay, Kamalapal, if you are attending all our classes, the moment we say three things, you can understand. So many of our aspirants know what is these three things here. But still, I will tell you because this is a famous quote that we have been using from the day 1 to 3. So Gautama Buddha has a statement that there are three things which cannot be long hidden: sun, moon, and the truth. So in the same way as I have not done anything wrong, there may be false complaint, but the truth that I have not done anything, it will come out. That is the meaning of these three things. Okay, Kamalapal, did you understand? Thank you, Aniket. Tarun, why you don't want to take webinar? Because okay, I have to do school study. So what are you studying, Tarun? I'm little emotionally weak, sir. What should I do to improve this? You should attend the our classes actually. After attitude, we'll discuss emotional intelligence. So you may find the solution there, Kirti. So you are in class 11 and you are started preparing for UPSC. Okay, no comments. Sir, moonlighting is a term used for working in the two different institution, Heidi. Yes, Jansi Rani, you are right. If I'm a regular employee in one company, I'm also working as a part-time. Usually earlier, in the literal sense, in the evening after the day work you go and do, that's also called moonlighting. If you are working in the competitive industry without informing the two companies, then it is unethical. Sarita, what are you studying, Sarita? So Sarita is also class 11. Array, at class 11, I did not know a plus b whole square also, and you are studying so many things. Okay, that's interesting to know. But make sure that you enjoy your academics also. Don't take too much of pressure. Attend the class, enjoy our classes, also enjoy this. And when you are in a teenage, there may be so many issues that you are undergoing and face them very effectively. Many biological, psychological changes which are happening as a part of your teenage. That is one big challenge to face. Academics is a challenge, then civil service is a challenge, and family is a challenge. So face all of these challenges effectively and enjoy this journey and make this beneficial. So there are John Sirani's 2023 passed out BTech. Okay, so we'll also try to know more about more people. So that's good to know, Jhansi Rani, Kirti, Sarita, Tarun, all. Okay, so bye bye. Take care. So these are all the discussion for today. Hope that today's discussion was beneficial for you. If you have any doubts, issues, concern, we can always, you can ask tomorrow when we start the class. So hope that today's class was beneficial for you. Once again, thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.
Yeah, bro, you called.